All right, you guys. Hey, everybody. What is going on, man? Welcome to the channel and welcome to the stream today. We are live back with MLB The Show 22, of course, because we don't have 23 to play yet, or anymore with the tech test being gone. But I hope you guys are doing great here on this fine, is it Thursday? Thursday? I think, yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, we got feature premiere day. So feature premiere today, later this afternoon at 2 o'clock Pacific time, covering Diamond Dynasty. I will have a video up shortly after it's over, covering all the highlights from it and everything. You guys make sure that you guys have those notifications on. Guys and girls, make sure you got those notifications on so you never miss out on videos and when we're live and shorts that get posted to the channel, all that good stuff. But y'all do me a favor first, too. Make sure to smash that like button here today on the stream, the thumbs up button. I do appreciate it, man. It helps people find the channel and stuff out here on YouTube more than you might possibly know. So it helps us grow and stuff, and I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here on the channel today. Make sure to say hello in the chat, too. Or even if you're watching the VOD after the fact, say hello in the comments. I love hearing from new folks here on the channel, man. I try to reply to every single thing that comes in. So you guys make sure to do that. What's my cat getting into? Fuzzy. Fuzzy. My cat's getting in cabinets in the kitchen, I think, or something right now. I don't know. Who knows, man? But I hope you guys are doing good. We always have to deal with the cat around here, man. That's just kind of always how it is. But I hope you guys are doing good. We're working on P5's today and grinded some more P5's. We've had this whole squad of P4's. We've knocked out a few of them. We're going to have two more today. We're going to knock out two P5's today. Austin Riley and Pedro Martinez. Those will be number 75 and 76 on the year for me. So we're going to go hop into some Play versus CPU games and check that out. I do have, so I'm going to have that video posted later about the highlights and stuff from the stream later today that they do on the feature premiere on Diamond Dynasty. But I also do have I've got a internet guy coming, a tech guy coming to look at my internet because my TV isn't casting or whatever from my phone, from the Spectrum app or whatever. So anyway, he says my signal's not strong enough. They're going to come see if they can make the signal stronger out here. So I do have that coming. He's supposed to be here between 4 and 5, I think, or 5 and 6, between 5 and 6. As long as he gets here between 5:30 and 6, I should be able to get everything edited and uploaded and have the video for you guys available. If not, might have a little interruption in the internet, so it might be a little bit after 6 o'clock my time, so a couple hours after they get that up. But I'll try to get it posted for you guys just as soon as possible, like usual. So that's just a little hiccup. I'm an open book, man. I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. So, all right, let's go play the Rockies here. We're going back to Coors Field, see what we can get done. Only a couple hundred points away from getting Austin Riley done, and Pedro's only like 1,500 points, like 2 or 3 games away. I think 2 games away for him, and he should be done. So not too terribly bad there. And then we'll move on to the next, man. We'll move on to the next guys. I think all my P4s, this is the last of my P4s. The P4s will be knocked out after all of these guys leave the squad. So after we finish one, we'll take them off and put somebody else in. I think Lou Brock's going to end up playing left field out there for me. Maybe we'll work on getting his done. And we're not really close on his, but I'm kind of running out of guys that I had to P4, so we just got to make do with what we got. Oh, that's a good first swing of the day. It's always nice when that's the first swing of the day, right? Francisco Lindor parking one out there in the stands. Nice hit, man. Nice hit. All right. Here's Austin Riley, the man that'll get P5 today. Just a bit outside there from Antonio Centinela here for the Rockies. I think that's going to get down with the shift on in the outfield. That's going to get down for extra bases. Nice. I'm sending him to third, man. We're going for 3. We're going for 3. I think I got this. He's in there safely. Nice, nice, nice. He's going to make it. All right, here's Josh Bell. This card's been insane. What a stud. So much better than you would think a 90 would be at this point in the year. But, man, he has just been... He hits laser beams, man. That's all he does is just hit laser beams. We got a tease this morning, by the way. You know, we got Mike Lowell yesterday as the new legend that they announced. But today we got another new legend that they're teasing for us as well. I've seen some people taking some guesses out there. Dorbush had actually told me, I think, Dale Murphy. I was like, well, that's what I said about the other one. So if that's the case, I bet you they changed it just because that's what I guessed for yesterday's. I saw some people guessing Darryl Strawberry. What's going on, Dorn? How you doing, man? I saw some people guessing Darryl Strawberry too, and Dorn brought this up too in a comment to me on Twitter. Guys, Darryl Strawberry is not ever getting added to this game. Darryl Strawberry, his personal life was a mess. And not something they're going to really probably market towards children, towards kids. We got to remember, we're playing an E for everyone game for kids. So not something they're going to do with his off-the-field issues. And listen, great for him for getting all of his stuff worked out and being a better person as the year's gone on, as I know, at least, as I think I know. So that's awesome. I'm not trying to knock Darryl Strawberry. And a great, amazing ball player as well. It's just we got to look at it realistically. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, is look at it realistically. That's not a player that's going to get added to the game in all likelihood. So that's going to be a 2-run double, man. Just hits off his glove and makes it. Cody, what's going on? How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. All right, Johnny Bench, man. We still got nobody out. We're hitting pretty good here in the first. Looking good right now. Hey, get up the middle. There we go. Another base hit. I'm scoring him. 39 speed be damned. We're sinning. We're doing the full sin, man. We got him. He's scoring on that one. Nice. All right, here's Devers. Number 8 hitter, nobody out. We're batting around, guaranteed. Even if he hit into a double play right there, we're still getting the pitcher up and we're batting into it or hitting around. So that's actually gone, though. Nice shot, man. Pulled it down off the laces. 8-0. All 8 runners, all 8 batters so far have scored. Let's see if Pedro can keep it going. Pedro was actually hitting pretty good yesterday. That's not a good swing, though. Pound that one in the ground. We got an 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing in, and we're still blasting balls right now, so that's good. Here is Francisco Lindor's second AB of the inning. He got a home run on the first pitch. And he's going to ground out on this one on the first pitch. I swear, you can go through the order one time and just slobber knock everything into the stands, and then the next time up, you're like, wait, what happened? Because now I can't... I can't hit anything. That's going to get caught. That's a good hit, man. Perfect. Just right at him. Right at the shifted infield. So, all right, we put up 8 runs in the first, though. Not a bad showing. I'll take that. Jose Iglesias. Pedro Martinez on the mound. I'm not actually particularly fond. As far as the cards I P5, as far as pitchers go, I'm not that fond of this Pedro card in using it. I don't know. Something about it just feels off. It doesn't feel as good as some of the others I've used and P5 throughout the year. But we're working on him. We're getting him done either way. I'm telling you, man, if they give him a sinker in 23, he's gonna be crazy, man. He's gonna be lights out. So I think that would be crazy. If they gave a sinker and maybe took away, what pitch were we talking about yesterday? If they took it away from him, the curveball, really, just take away the curve. The curve's useless. Knuckle curves and curves, for the most part, are useless for about 95% of the pitchers in MLB The Show. Curveballs just float, man. They're easy to hit. And two-seamers. Two-seamers are pretty useless, too. But for most pitchers, there's a couple that they work good for, but not very many. If they were to drop that and give him a sinker with the combination of the cutter, the slider, the circle change, and the four-seam fastball and outlier, holy God almighty. He'd be pretty nasty. So I hope maybe that's something that could happen. Pedro Martinez should be a good pitcher that people are using in the game, and it just doesn't feel like he's not the meta-style pitcher, I guess. And that's what I'm talking about when we say stuff like that. We know every card plays different for every person that uses it. Pitchers are a little bit more so, you could kind of break it down by they weren't that great or they were or whatever. Hitters are going to be individual, like for each player, but for pitchers, it's just a little bit different. Just a bit high there to Josh Bell. Bell had a single, an RBI, and a run scored last time up. Ah, damn it. Oh, he's going to beat this out, I think. Maybe. Yeah, he's slow as hell, so I wasn't sure if he was going to actually make it to the bases or not, but he beats it out. Good deal, man. All right, here's King Griffey Sr. Contact card batting in the cleanup spot, right? You can tell I don't give a damn about lineups anymore this year. I'm just running them out there, man. The guys that are closest to getting P5 kind of batting towards the top of the order, and whoever's kind of closest is it's kind of in that order. Except for Riley. Riley's batting second. I put him there because I thought if Lindor gets base hits or gets on base, Riley can knock him in and maybe get a few extra bonus PXP points or something. Willie May is going to blast one off the wall right there. Nice. Good shot. Good shot. There we go. All right, a 2-minute scoring position here. You guys know in 23, when this happens, your batting clutch is going to take over for your contact number. All right, you no longer be using your contact number when you got runners in scoring position. You're going to be using your or attribute. You're going to be using your clutch attribute. There's a 3-run Jimmy Jack right there from Hip Hip Jorge Posada. Getting it done, man. Nice. Same with pitchers. Same with pitchers. If runners are in scoring position, your pitcher is going to go to their pitching clutch instead of their hits per 9. The hits per 9 and the contact attribute are the two attributes that control the size of PCI. Pretty much, right? The size of the PCI on the batter. So those are going to be changing. We're getting Austin Riley P5 today, Cody, and we're getting, who else are we getting? And Pedro. Austin Riley and Pedro. Those are the two guys. Those are the two. Plus working on the others, man, getting them a little closer. Always still working on these other guys. Hopefully I can end up getting maybe this whole team done, or all these P4s at least. I would feel like I didn't waste time using them if I got them all P5, so that'd be kind of nice. What's going on, Noah? How are you doing this morning? 11 zip. We got 2 outs. Here's Pedro. Might be the 3rd out. Who knows? At least we batted around twice in 2 innings. That's good. Hey, get through. Aw. Just not enough over to the side. There we go. What's going on, Craig? How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing good. All right, we got 11 runs put up on the board in 2 innings, though. I don't know how I got the first 8 batters to come all the way around and score, and then I think I've only gotten a handful of hits, a couple of hits since. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I guess. 11-0, Pedro to Crony. Let's go with the changeup out here on the outside part of the play. I bet it's going to be more to the middle instead of the outside, but nope, that was way to the outside. Perfect. Yeah, that's the thing I haven't been able to figure out. And I think what I was saying earlier about this Pedro card and me not being a huge fan of using it. I feel like, so most of the pitchers, I use pulse pitching, obviously. With pulse pitching, you can get down the tendencies of the pitchers as far as where they're going, where you aim and where the ball's actually going to go. Because that's different sometimes. And with Pedro, the ball just doesn't always go where I think it's going to go. So like that should have been a little bit more down and in. It was more over the plate, a little bit more middle. Maybe I'm not getting good pulses. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I just suck. That could be it too. There we go. Foul tipped into the mitt. For the 5th strikeout and 2nd out of the 2nd here. I think I've probably thrown a perfect game with just about everyone that I've P5'd at least once. On the way through, if we played these 9-inning games with them. I don't think I have with Pedro yet, so we'll see how that goes today. Maybe that'll get done. Francisco Lindor, the base hit. Now, see, that's exactly why we put Austin Riley batting behind him, just in case he gets little singles like that or something, so Riley can maybe get an extra PXP points, knock him in here with a drive in the gap or something. So give it a try. See if we get some lift on something and put it out there to the wall at least. Oh, well, I tried to get lift on that, but it's a big pop-up. It's probably going to get caught. I don't know. That ball's going. Holy cow. I can't believe it actually went as deep as it did, man. See, I was experimenting with start PCI low in zone coming up to meet the ball. Seemed like I see the ball way better. And exit velo was up. Would this translate to online play possibly as well? All right, so wherever you start your PCI is going to have nothing to do with exit velocity. All right, wherever you swing through the ball, it's going to have nothing to do with exit velocity. Listen, if it's something that's more comfortable for you, that's great. That's great. But if it's working for you, I always say stick with it. So the only thing it's going to cause, not exit velocity, but it's going to cause launch angle, right? So you're probably going to get a lot of maybe more pop-ups than you're used to hitting because you're starting low and coming up to the ball. You got to really think, and this is a crazy thing, and I'm going to explain this in more in depth in a hitting tips video here this year for 23, but because I've got some plans for ones already. But really, you want to think of your left thumb on the left stick like your hands while you're swinging, right? So if you're starting low, then it's kind of like starting your hands like down here, all right? So if you've got to come up to the zone a little bit, well, coming up and swinging up is going to cause more of a pop-up, all right? But you can still hit the ball just as hard, whether you swing down or whether you swing up. It doesn't matter. You can still hit a 115-mile-an-hour ball straight into the ground, right? So that's not going to affect that just based on physics. That's not going to affect that in any way, shape, or form. But your launch angle is what it's going to change. Now, the ideal launch angle is going to be usually typically between like 25 and 40. And I know that's a broad range. It's usually going to keep it in that 30 to 40 range, but you can sometimes get them out on line drives if they're in that 25 degree launch angle range. So that's the only thing that's going to affect. You just got to be careful and pay attention to yourself. Not if you notice yourself popping the ball up too much, maybe raise where your start point is just a hair. Small changes in baseball are everything, especially with hitters and things and changes you make. So have you had a 27K game? I think actually this year, if I'm not mistaken, Noah, earlier in the year, I had more than 27 because of drop third strikes. I think I was P5ing somebody that wasn't a catcher, that was playing catcher. And so I had like, they kept dropping third strikes and some of them were errors or whatever. And they weren't throwing the ball good down to first and all that stuff. So I believe I actually got more. I think I had like 29, if I'm not mistaken, in a game earlier this year. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was, maybe it was 20. I'm pretty sure I had 29. I kind of remember tweeting something about it when I got it because I thought it was kind of cool. Let's see. Craig was playing mini seasons on All-Star. Nice, man. Great analogy with the hands. Awesome. I thought that might help this year. I just kind of shoot ideas around with my wife and stuff when she's around the house, and she just listens. She doesn't know what I'm talking about half the time, I don't think, but she just lets me, so it's okay. I was telling her, I was like, man, I got to explain this to people like it's their hands because I think people think that a lot of times, like it affects exit velocity, but really it's a comfort thing. It's a comfort thing. Isn't it your batting stance? It's your batting stance, right? It's kind of just like anybody else with your batting stance where you start your hands. If you notice, like even batters that have like crazy batting stances, like Julio Franco was up here, doing this crazy thing with his hands up over his head. But by the time the pitcher's throwing the ball, Julio Franco was right here, ready to hit. You know what I mean? So like it's timing mechanisms for a lot of people. For me, you'll see me like I tap up to the left corner. It's like my timing mechanism, kind of like my hands wiggling, I guess, while I'm batting. But yeah. Rudy Tootie Booty, member for 5 months, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for your continued support here on the channel. I'm looking forward to 23. I hope you are too, man. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff, man. That makes sense. Drop hands, ball goes up. Yep. Raise hands, ball goes down, right? You're more apt to hit the ball. Now, and it's not an always thing. You can still hit the ball on the ground if you lower the hands or lower the joystick or start down low. It's not like you're not gonna hit ground balls, but it's. When I was playing baseball, whenever I would have to make a minor change, when you're in your zone and you're swinging and you're going to make your swing, and I take this like my stepdad, you guys know, hitting coach for years and stuff. So I take a lot of pointers and stuff that I get from things that I know he's said over the years and things he helped teach me too. So my dad actually, not my stepdad, but my dad would actually tell me this too. When you're hitting, when you make a minor change in baseball, because we're talking about millimeters making a difference, it's baseball, all right? So any minor change is going to make the biggest world of difference that you do. You can take your hands and like just simply do this, and it's going to change your whole swing, right? It's going to change the entire approach. So I always had a tendency to under-exaggerate, I guess, in my mind what I was doing as far as the adjustment. So when I would go, and I'm left-handed, that's why I'm doing it like this. When I would go to make the adjustment with my hands, I would have to, in my mind, always tell me to over-exaggerate what I was doing. Because those little things always do that, I tell my son that all the time, swing level and power will come. Yeah, listen, last year, I remember at one point going over to my mom and my stepdad's house, and he saw an interview with Juan Soto that he was very impressed by with Juan Soto. Juan Soto was trying to teach kids not to swing up for launch angle at the ball, to come down at the ball and swing for line drives. That's what you ideally actually want to do. That's how they used to teach. That's how good smart coaches still teach, because exit velocity doesn't get you on, launch angle doesn't get you on base unless you hit it out, right? Most of the time, it's going to get caught. So you're going for home runs all the time. You're gonna get out more often than not. It's one of the reasons you see averages not as high in baseball as they used to be. Of course, we know the shift is another big reason, but little changes like that, man, and just moving your hands slightly can make the world of difference. Coming down to the ball is ideally what you want to do. You want to put you want to come down at the ball, but I'm not saying pound it in the ground, come down at it. It's just, the ball's thrown down here, your hands start here. So the natural progression of the bat to ball is going to be a downward motion, and that's going to give you the most line drives. Now, if a pitch is low, you got to adjust. You're going to go down after it, and you're going to go and hit it. You might be able to lift it a little more. High pitches, if you get on top of them and tomahawk them, you can do something too. But I'm talking about or you get under them and you can kind of tomahawk them out too. Most of the times you'll end up tomahawking it into the ground. That's what we always called it, at least when I was a kid. But yeah, like that downward line drive motion. Listen, focus on line drives. If you guys are teaching kids how to play, by all means, tell them to focus on line drives. They want to hit line drives. Don't hit home runs. I mean, I know chicks dig the long ball, but Jesus, you know, like chicks also dig a guy that makes a lot of money playing the game. And if you're gonna just be going for the long ball, odds are you might make a little bit of money, but you're not gonna make money in the long run, you know, as much as you would have. So I don't know. Listen, I'm an average guy. I think average is still very important. You know, you show me. Listen, here's the thing about average. I know people want to say the average doesn't matter in baseball and stats and sabermetrics and all that shit. Now, there's other things that are more important. But I'll tell you what, I've never had anybody show me a hitter that batted over 300 for the year that sucked at really most other things, right? Like, you batting over 300 for the year, you're pretty damn good at hitting. Like, no, you don't need a whole lot of help. Nobody's complaining about what you're doing. But, you know, these home run guys, they're batting like 260, 240, 250 a lot of times. Some of them are getting the averages up there still every once in a while, but for the most part, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's just a big difference. You know, you can show me a guy with you know, Joey Gallo, 40 home runs or something some year. You know, you show me a guy like that, but show me he struck out 200 times and his average was like 210. Fuck that. I don't want that on my team. You know what I mean? So that's the big difference. But you show me a guy that hit like 10 home runs for a season. 10 home runs. He only struck out like 50 times, and he batted 320. Fuck, put that guy on my team. Hell, I'm batting him leadoff. He's more likely than everybody else on my team to get on base, right? So that's what I love. Now, on base percentage is an important one, obviously. Guys that are walking, that's great. They're getting on base. That's the focus key point that you really want to maintain. But maybe I got off on a tangent about it. Sorry. Sounds like my golf coach says for exaggerated movements. Yeah, there you go. I would rather a hitter hit 320 home runs than a guy strike out 250 times and hit 45. Exactly. I would too, man. I would too. I want more productive hitters, right? The more production, the better. So in other words, if you counted, let's break it down to a point system in a weird way, all right? And if you guys just follow along with me for this little explanation for a second. Break it down to a point system. If a strikeout gives you no points, all right? A strikeout gives you no points. A walk gives you a point. A base hit gives you a point. A double, a triple, a home run. They all give you 1 point. Say they all give you 1 point. I want the guy with the most productive amount of points, right? I want that guy on my team. I don't care if his singles outweighed his home runs by like 100 to 1. I could care less. The guy got on base more than everybody else on my damn team, you know? Don Mattingly fit that role. Yeah, George Brett, Don Mattingly. Hell, look at Ichiro. The greatest hitters that ever lived fit that mold pretty damn good. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy how everybody talks about all the greats and the greatest players that ever played, the greatest hitters that ever hit, and all this. Not many of them. There's a few. Not many of them are the big home run guys. All right, the ones that were guys that consistently hit with a higher average, though. They didn't hit with shitty low averages all the time. So it's kind of funny that people nowadays will still refer to those as the greats, but then they say average doesn't matter. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude. You're contradicting your own arguments, you know? I want the guy with the higher OBP. Yeah. Listen, and I guarantee you, that's the one I don't mind. On base percentage is fine, but when we get into the on base plus slugging percentage, you know, OPS, that one bothers me a lot. I don't give a fuck about someone's slugging percentage. I don't give a damn. I can tell you right now that if the Yankees cared less about someone's slugging percentage and actually went after some more consistent average style hitters, they would probably do better in the postseason when you're facing the best pitchers of the year. You know, it's just goes back to that all power teams rarely win World Series or World Championships unless they're also hitting for average, man, and getting on base. What's going on, man? Do you have tips to complete Nation of Baseball Conquest? I do, yeah. The one with 30 teams. I started playing Diamond Dynasty in November, and I'm getting very close to Mickey. So listen, pretty much it's like the board game Risk. I've got lots of videos on the channel about Conquest, and we've played through the Conquest map several times here on streams. Let me do this. This year I've done at least 58 videos or streams. It looks like in the last couple of years on Conquest. Let's see. Fastest way to beat Conquest. Complete how-to guide. Here we go. This is from this year. Let me see what we got here, man. I'll put the link here in the chat for you. There you go. That's not what it's from a little bit earlier in the year, but all the Conquest maps are really relatively the same. Make sure you do those tutorials. The tutorials will help you out and explain a lot to you in Conquest. There's several tutorials. I think it's like batter up 1, batter up 2, batter up, something like that. But those are very helpful. Yeah, Conquest is one of my favorite modes, man. We play it all the time here on streams throughout the year. And I do that USA map several times. I complete it several times every year. You get good rewards out of it. I mean, the cards just go up in value throughout the year too, which is awesome. Those prospect cards just increased in value as the year went on. I don't know what they're at right now. I haven't checked in a while, but I know they were at one point. Man, Austin Riley got that triple and hasn't had a hit since. Come on, man. And now we got to face Submarine throwing Justin Lawrence. He's throwing sandwiches. Shit, why did I swing at that? It might actually be a hit. He's fast enough to beat this out, yeah. Why'd you even throw that? All right, it's a single. Nice, man. We got it just enough in the spot there between. There you go. I got to lay you that way, Nugget. Sorry. I couldn't put my hands out. Like, she was making me reach over top of her. I felt like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm scoring Austin Riley on this one, man. I think he's coming home. He's coming home. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's in there. Nice. He makes it. He makes it. Yeah, if you need any other references, though, for Conquest or need other help with it, too, make sure to check out some of the VODs on live streams for those because I would typically spend like 3 or 4 live streams that we play through the Conquest map to completion in full. And if you're needing help, you can just kind of follow along and play with me, too, if you want. So that's always an option. Oh, he's going to make it. Wow. I think he would have been thrown out on 23, I feel like. I feel like the catchers had more pop time. I want Mattingly to still be the Yankees manager, do you? Yeah. I think that would be a good move. I don't know. I mean, I love Don Mattingly. I don't know a whole lot about things he's doing nowadays, but yeah, Mattingly always had a great mind for baseball, for the game, man. Great situational guy. I think he'd make a decent manager or a hitting coach. Even hitting coach for them wouldn't be a bad thing, I wouldn't think. Ah, pound it in the ground, Posada, damn it. Got the runner over to third, though. Yeah, listen, I'm just more of that. Home runs don't mean shit to me if a guy's getting on base. Like, it's up to the other guys to drive him in and get him in at that point. And, you want a couple of those guys like that on your squad. I'm not saying you don't, but to have 1 through 9 through the order, all home run guys that bat like 250 or right around there, that's not great. Thank you. That seems really helpful. By the way, it is currently midnight in Taiwan. Nice, man. So I can never finish watching the stream. It's kind of just, I understand. Well, that's the great thing about YouTube, man. The VODs never go anywhere, and definitely you wouldn't be in the minority on that, man. A lot of people watch the VODs here on the channel after the fact, if they happen to miss the stream. So that's all right. I understand. We actually get usually the streams about 1.5 times. The people that watch them live end up watching them on VODs too. So say if we get like a few hundred views or here on here, we'll get like half of that will watch the VOD after the fact. Sometimes it doubles. So it's always great, man. You guys always turn out for everything, and I love it, man. I think one of the things that helps people want to watch VODs while we're doing this is the fact that I do interact with you guys and talk with you guys a lot, and I read all the chat. So you always follow along. You're never lost, right? I read the comment. You guys know when I'm reading the comment. Then I provide an answer. So a lot of times I think you maybe watch a VOD or people watch VODs. This happens with me. And I don't know where they're at. I don't know what they're talking about because I'm like, wait, did he just read something but he didn't tell us what it was? So I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing. Who knows? You guys, by the way, don't forget to hit that like button here, the thumbs up on the stream today. I do appreciate it, man. It helps us grow out here on YouTube and helps new people find the channel while we're live and all that good stuff too, man. So I do appreciate it. 15-0 here in the 5th. Had a couple of scoreless innings. Boggs would be hell of a hit. Yeah, Boggs would be a hell of a hitting coach. Boggs used to be a hitting coach. Boggs actually, listen, Wade Boggs is, I'm not fond of Wade Boggs, the man. He's a great hitter. Wade Boggs actually took my stepdad's job with Tampa Bay. I don't know if you guys remember when Larry Rothschild was the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember what year it actually was. That was when my stepdad was with them. He was the hitting coach for the Tampa Bay Rays for a couple of years. 2 or 3 years. I don't remember how many. I think it was 2 or 3. And so they called Larry Rothschild into to speak with the GM. oh, listen, they're gonna fire him. They tell him they're firing him. They're letting him go, and he like pretty much begs for his job, and says that the coaches are the problem. It's not me. It's the coaching. The coaches don't do it, which wasn't the case. If you guys remember, that was the time they had like the expansion draft for those teams, and like they were dealing with like Jose Canseco and a lot of guys that don't really listen to coaching anymore because they're a little older. They've been playing for a lot of years, and they don't really pay much attention to the coaches as much anymore. They're kind of set in their ways. So he talked the ownership group and the GM into actually firing all the coaches, the entire coaching staff, but keeping him on board as the manager. So I was actually visiting my mom in Florida when it happened, and yeah, like they, I think there's fighter jets flying over right now. You guys might be able to hear them. I don't know. I live right next to a old Air Force base now, like pretty close to it, man. You hear fighter jets flying over all the time, and cargo planes, all this stuff. So it's kind of crazy. Oh, that's definitely some fighters ripping overhead. I heard them. They just start screaming overhead, man, through the afternoon. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so he ended up losing his job. I mean, I was at the house when he came home, and yeah, and got fired from that. It sucked. I think from there, I can't remember if he went to the Reds or the Braves. I don't remember where he went after that. I want to say he went to the Reds after that. But yeah. Yeah, Wade Boggs took his job there, and Wade's a great hitter. Wade, as far as being able to communicate with players, and there's a reason Wade Boggs didn't have that job for very long. Wade Boggs actually didn't make a great hitting coach, was one of the problems. Of course, a couple of years later, Larry Rothschild got fired from that job as well, and turns out it wasn't the coach's fault; it was the manager. But yeah, Wade Boggs has had that opportunity before, man, but it didn't really work out too great for him. Not all players that have that mentality and can hit that way, and great hitters like that for average, not all of them are the best teachers, right? I don't know. It might only be some. It might be a lot. I have no idea. But not all of them are going to be great teachers just because they had that mentality. Maybe they knew exactly what to do at the plate. They knew how to play the game. They were great at it, but they don't know how to put it maybe into words sometimes to be able to explain it to other people. Just like any of us, right? We all have things that we know about, but we try to explain to other folks, and maybe the words don't always come through the way we want them to, or the thought process or whatever, And it's hard for us to explain what we're thinking and how we think about it. I run into that a lot. I just attribute it to autism for me, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is or not, man. Maybe it's just me in my own head, but I don't know what Wade Boggs is doing nowadays. I have no idea. I mean, he's still probably eating a bucket of chicken every day before he watches the game or something. I don't. If you guys don't know the old Wade Boggs Chicken Man stories, you guys Google those and look it up. The old adage was that Wade Boggs would eat a bucket of chicken before every single game that he played in his career. He'd probably have a fucking sixer of beer too. I don't know, but knowing how to do something and teaching them are two completely different things, man. They really are. They really are. So I found as I got older that when I would try to explain things, especially like baseball and hitting and things like that, if I just kind of explained them how literally my brain was processing it, which sounds confusing in my own brain sometimes, but if I would just explain it that way, a lot of people seem to be able to pick up on it and understand it. So that's kind of the approach I take with hitting tips, pitching tips, any kind of tips videos I do for MLB The Show. I kind of approach it like a hitting coach or a pitching coach, man, and I'm trying to teach somebody, and just to help you guys get better, help anybody get better. The fact that people find it useful and it works for them, that's an absolute plus. I love that. I love getting to help people like that. I guess I refer to myself as a digital hitting coach. I know a hockey player that are full bowl of, that ate a full bowl of cheese before a game. Really? That's crazy, man. A full bowl of cheese? What was he doing? Like skating around, just farting on the ice and trying to keep the other players. He's getting penalties for passing gas. That'd be crazy. He's not cutting people with his skates, man. He's just cutting cheese. That's all it is. I've got so many of these right now. Ready to go for jokes on this. That's great, man. Yeah, I don't know how Wade Boggs would need a whole... Listen, I don't know if the full-on rumor is true about that, the full bucket. I should ask my stepdad if he actually did or not. I mean, Boggs played his last couple of years that he played there with Tampa before he became the hitting coach. He got his 3,000th hit there with Tampa and all that. And he was there as the hitting coach when they did. So I wonder if that would... I wonder if those are true. I got to ask him. I'll try to remember next time I see him or next time I talk to him to ask him that. How do you decide on what player you're going to P5? Like the first players I go with, man, or whoever's on my squad at that current time, right? Usually though throughout the year I cycle players in and out. So being that I played all offline this year, after I got them P5'd, I didn't really keep them on the squad. They dropped off and I just put somebody else on. If I was playing online, and the way I've done this in the years past is they just stay until somebody comes along that ends up better than them, and then I'll plug them in and use them. But I would just pretty much, if I liked a card or liked a player, the card felt good, I wanted to work on it, I'd work on it and give it a try. If it didn't work out for me, I wouldn't. And if I did, then I'd P5 it. But yeah. What's up, Mama? How are you doing? What's up, Tanner? Hope you guys are doing good. Mama, how you feeling about them saying they're dropping 99s day one besides the collections? I don't like it, but gotta be open-minded, I guess. I mean, there's nothing to not like. There's nothing to not like or like yet. We don't know exactly how it's going to work, right? All they said was it's going to be a grind. It's not like you're just going to pop in and be able to get 99s day one immediately. It's going to take a grind, man. It's going to take a grind. They're going to be in the game. It doesn't mean you're going to get them day one. So that's all we know. Today we're going to have the feature premiere on Diamond Dynasty, and they're going to cover some more of that stuff in it. And they'll probably tell us a lot more details about that. And I'm looking forward to finding out more information. I'm not making any judgments or passing any judgments about them changing it up. It's been the same thing for years. So the fact that they're changing it makes me kind of happy because I think it needs a refresh. But at the same time, we don't know what the hell the changes actually are. We know there's squads. We know there's certain teams that we can play with, certain cards that you can play with. But we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We just know nothing. They gave us a little tease. It was just a little tease. Maybe it wasn't the right tease, but it got people talking. And I think that was their goal. So he would complain about feeling like shit during the game. Well, it's probably because he had to shit during the game if he was eating a whole bowl of cheese before every... But then he scored 2 goals. Jeez. Well, maybe he played better like that. That's crazy. I feel that definitely. Staying open-minded. Absolutely, man. Do you think San Diego will raise the ceiling on paralleling, maybe to P10? I don't think so. I don't think so because most people that play the game get very few, if any, P5s throughout the year, right? The casual player, which is the majority of the community, and that's something we always got to remember. We as the grinders, as the heavy hitters, the guys that play just all day nonstop. We threw him out at second. Nice. We play a lot, but we're not the majority. There's over 4 million people, about 4 million people that play this game each year, and I would say it's probably less than 1% that grind like we do. So, I don't see them raising it to a P10. I find that very unlikely. I think P5 is probably perfect where it needs to be. I don't really think it needs to go to a P10 either. I mean, there's not part of me that wouldn't want it because I like to use some cards, but here's the problem. You're giving a plus 10 attributes across the board to everybody. That's going to get kind of crazy. And even now when they have a plus 5, they still put out players that have like Babe Ruth. The Babe Ruth card comes out last year, 99 Babe Ruth. It's got 125 hitting across the board. Well, what's the point of paralleling that card, right? You don't get anything out. Maybe for the fielding, you get a little bit. The speed, you get a little bit, whatever. But the hitting, which is what everybody cares about with Babe Ruth, you don't get anything extra. So for me, I actually hope that they just, if they keep it at P5, I'm fine with that. But I hope that they don't put attributes past 120 on a stock card that hasn't been paralleled. Once the card starts being paralleled, I'm completely fine with it going up to 125s. That's fine. But give us a reason to parallel it, in my opinion, right? Don't give us 123 on a hitting card, and all I have to do is get it to P2, and it's max. So then what's the point of grinding it to P5 because I'm not going to get anything out of it? So I'm one of those guys who just I like to grind. I like to get stuff out of the cards. I like to make them better. So it bothers me to use them when they're not P5. So I'll P5 them. But I wish they would do something like that, Maybe 120 base level. Yeah, 120 base level is the most that they should ever go to, in my opinion, man. I don't think that any card should have an attribute when it comes out above 120. Just because with parallels, you can get it to 125. So, if you want to reward the grinders is what I'm saying in a way, too. Oh, my God, he just robbed that home run. Shit. Yeah, reward the grinders. I mean, listen, we grind, we want to be rewarded for it. I'm not saying to give us something way over somebody else, but reward the grinders, the guys that put in the time. And get a card leveled up and maxed out like that. Yeah, give us something for it, Give us, you know, if those guys have, like, let's see, somebody that has Babe Ruth and gets him and plays with him, bats like less than 100 ABs for the whole season, well, he's going to be using the same Babe Ruth card you are. That doesn't seem right, I guess. So maybe, I'm complaining about life not being fair, and I'm 41 years old. Life's never fair, so I shouldn't think of that way maybe, but I just think it would add an interesting dynamic. I think people will be more strategic about who they parallel and who they use on their squads that way. So that's I've asked that for a couple of years now too. I wish they wouldn't go over that. I know. I think it's Smoove on here. Is it Smoove? I think it's Smoove or Schnatz. Maybe it's Schnatz. I think it's Schnatz. Maybe it's like he hates it when we get fielding cards. When a card has 89 fielding after you parallel it, when it's like 84 beforehand, because he's like, God damn it, if I could just get one extra parallel point on that fielding, I could make it a 90 and a diamond. And it bugs me too, seeing like the gold shield on there when I know I could have got it diamond, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's like, can he just give us the one damn point on the attribute so we can get him there? Now I'm just complaining about little things, man. Those are, listen, a lot of these things are just quirky little things that bug me or bother me. I've got all kinds of those little things about everything in my life that bug me like that. So I just, I'll share them with you guys, though. 1 and 2 count here to Ryan McMahon. 8th inning, 18-0. Swing. Hey, there we go. Chased it a little bit. Nugget, you okay? She's like buried her nose in the towel over here, man. I think she's cold. Man, it was like 57 degrees when I woke up this morning. It's supposed to get down to the 40s, and then by like 3 o'clock, it's supposed to be in the 60s again. We had a cold front blowing through, and it's just going to blow through and move out. That's what my wife was telling me this morning. I'm like, what? I can't remember a day like that where it got cold, was warm-ish, and then got cold, and then got warm again in the same, like, daylight period. It just seems kind of weird. All right, bottom of the 8th, down to the final strike of the 8th here. See if we can get Grichuk. Got him swinging, nice. Watch thinking to give Jeter's 99. Yeah, 84 fielding. I know, right? Listen, man, I know everybody's probably expecting it to be like really bad fielding or something. Like, I don't think it's going to be bad, guys. People haven't really paid attention, I don't think, to the numbers of Jeter's fielding throughout his career. Everybody likes to say he was a bad fielder. He wasn't. I mean, I don't know where people pull that out of their ass. He had a couple years. You guys watched the documentary. He had a couple years. He didn't realize that he was actually having bad years until somebody told him, and then he went to work on it and changed and fixed it. Sometimes somebody just has to. Everybody was afraid to tell him. But sometimes you just got to tell somebody like that. They just don't know, man. They're kind of big. People are afraid to talk to him. What's going on, Joker? How you doing, man? Yeah, Jeter wasn't a bad fielder. I know there's people out there that think Jeter was a bad fielder. Jeter was not a bad fielder. He had a higher career fielding percentage than Cal Ripken Jr. I had somebody try to tell me on Twitter, that's not how you judge a good fielder. Well, I can't wait to see what stat you pull out of your fucking tight little ass to fucking figure out, because it's got to be, I mean, come on, man. Like, fielding percentage would be the one that matters, guys. It's percentage of errors to plays you're involved in. I don't understand that, Do I play MLB 17? I did, but not anymore. If so, do you remember that the game rewarded you for your total? Yes, yeah, they used to have the total stats rewards in the game. I do remember that. Yeah, the only problem was with those is they were all online, right? It would reward you for a lot of things that were just all online, and they wouldn't reward you necessarily for offline stuff. I think they made that change when they brought parallels into the game in in 19. Well, it was prestige cards. Prestige cards came into the game in 19. So I think that was, right? Was it 19 or 20? No, it was 20. It was 20. I'm sorry. In 20 when they brought in prestige cards. I think it changed a little bit. Do you think, hold on a second. Do you think that aspect, do you think they should bring that aspect back, or is paralleling the compromise for it? I don't know if it's a compromise for it. I would actually like to see both. I think both would be good. I mean, they give us plenty of ways to earn stubs and packs and cards and stuff, and that's really what you would get as a reward for it, and XP and all that. I mean, I'm not against it. I miss those. I miss those grinds. I like to get rewarded after certain games for getting certain things done. There were a lot of people that complained about those, though, if I recall back then, too. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind having both. I don't know that paralleling's a compromise for it, because that's individual, and that was like a total thing for all of your team, all of your squad, all your players. But Doing good, man, except we got a snowstorm. Got 15 inches of snow. Holy cow. I love snow, man. Snow, bring it on for me. I know not everybody loves it. I love the cold weather and the snow. I hate the hot, and I hate the heat. And that's why it's one of the many reasons I want to get out of Texas. But I'm here for the foreseeable future, so we just got to make do with what we're given, right? I guess sometimes. That sucks, man. Well, be safe. Be safe if you have to go out and go anywhere. Be safe. I know it's not ice, it's snow, but still. Here, when we get the ice is the worst here. Like, dude, it was awful. That was when I moved. When we moved in the new place. It was on my birthday a few weeks back, man. And I literally, the moving day was on my birthday, and it was like the iciest day we'd had in years. So that was pretty crazy. I think schools had shut down Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday here because of like 2 inches of ice. So it was nuts, man. I mean, it made the roads pretty unpassable and pretty hard to deal with. But yeah, people kind of panic around here. When it starts to rain around here, people act like it's ice too. So it's weird around here. How far back do you go playing the show and diamonds? 16. 16 is when I started playing again. Like, I probably played MLB The Show back in the day, but I played like every baseball game, so I don't remember. I took like 5 years off, 5 or 10 years, maybe not even 10, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years off of playing video games. I didn't really play them all that much. And so I don't know what years I used to play. I didn't really pay attention to the year. I just got a new one every year. But I got like every baseball game that was out at the time too. So yeah, like I said, I don't really remember. But yeah, that 16 was the one I got back into, and then 19 was the first year I started making content for the game. Your high here today is 87 tomorrow. The high is in the 40s, yeah, right? That sounds like Texas weather. Who is the new legend? We don't know, man. They haven't announced it yet today. They've just teased it a little bit. I'm thinking Carlos Beltran is a possibility for it. I know he hit over 400 homers. It just says over 300. It doesn't say under 400. So 400 or more is still over 300. Just could be throwing us off with a tease possibly, but not going anywhere. Nice. Trust me, I'm not going. My job closed until at least tomorrow. Okay, nice. Yeah, Beltran is one I saw some people thinking maybe it could be. We were talking about it just a while earlier, man. People said Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry is never coming to MLB The Show, guys. His off-the-field issues are going to keep him from ever coming to the game. That would be shocking. Fucking shocking. I would be floored. They have removed names in the middle of the year from the game for far less things than Darryl Strawberry did. Let's put it that way, right? All right, here's Riley. How many homers he got? 115 homers for Riley. 116. That's going. That's gone, right? Get out of here, ball. Oh, off the wall. All right. Still 115. Let's back it up, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure who the new legend's going to be, man. They're throwing that word legend around pretty loosely now, so it could be Mario Mendoza for all we fucking know. I mean... Jeter had a .976 career fielding percentage, which would rank 6th among among shortstops. Yeah, dude, that's a .976. I think we looked it up. Like Cal Ripken was like a .974, .975. So I mean, to say Jeter was a horrible shortstop is about the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. People talk like he's like Jeff Kunkel or something, man. Jeff Kunkel was an old Rangers player. Listen, I don't know what... Now that I say it, I got to look up what Jeff Kunkel's fielding percentage was. Jeff Kunkel. Lifetime fielding percentage. Let's see. Jeff Kunkel. I got to go to Baseball Reference and look it up. I just have to know. God, am I even going to find this? No. I don't know, but he was bad. He played for the Rangers for a few years, and he was awful. He played for the Rangers when I was a kid for a long time, 84 to 90. Yeah, he wasn't. We used to make fun of him being on the team. Like even Ranger fans. Listen, we were really bad back then. The Rangers were, and it was pretty easy to make fun of the guys on the team. So he was pretty bad, man. I remember him playing shortstop. I think for us though. I think that's the position he played. Yeah, that was a weird one. They kept Jeff Kunkel around a little bit too long. There was a certain point when I was in high school I'm like, I think I could, well, this was before that, I guess. I think I was in like grade school. I'd be like, I think I could field better than Jeff Kunkel. I was never a shortstop. I was a first baseman, and I played outfield a little bit, man. But I could catch just about everything over there. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. He made a lot of errors, as I recall. Yeah, I never understand the Jeter slander about Jeter being a bad fielder. It's just not true. I don't know what else to tell people. In a sport where there's so many stats that follow who was good at what and who wasn't, it's like, how can people just spit that shit out? It's like people are just listening to, bad New York media or something when they're saying that through his bad years and they thought he was all. I have no idea. Or it's people that just hated the Yankees, so they told all their kids that Jeter was a bad fielder, and now they've grown up and that's what they think too. It's like, listen, man, adults don't really know as much as you guys might think they might. So, yeah, he also won 5 Gold Gloves. There you go, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's it always cracks me up when people give the Jeter was a bad fielder argument, man. I'm like, well, you guys know, we don't tolerate Jeter slander here. I'm not a Yankee fan. I actually hated the Yankees when I was a kid. They always knocked the Rangers out of the postseason in the 90s, the few times that they made it. It was always the Yankees. Every time, I think 2 or 3 times, they knocked us out. So I was not a Jeter fan. I was not a Yankee fan by any means. I despised them. But I'm a little older, man. I just kind of I can judge a player based on their career and how they actually played. I don't care about the team they played for. Shit, they were doing what they were supposed to, right? They were supposed to beat the Rangers. So you can't fault a guy for winning. Even if it is beating your own team, you might not like him very much, but I'm not going to sit there and say he's a bad player. I actually like Jeter, man. I think Jeter's one of the greats, and I'm excited about him coming to the game. I can't wait to use this card. Pretty sure he's going to get Diamond defense. Yeah, I'd be shocked if he didn't. I would be too. Yeah, I think it's pretty ridiculous. I know somebody immediately when somebody comes in and says something about Derek Jeter and tries to say he wasn't a good fielder, I immediately know that your baseball opinions aren't going to mean much to me, because if that's the first thing I heard you say about the game of baseball, like, it's such a head up your ass comment, like, to say that he wasn't a good fielder. You were a Jeter fan? Yeah, growing up? I got you. Listen, plus he's number 2, man. You guys don't know how much I love the number 2. I mean, shit, I love Jeter. Wasn't exactly an 8-run first. How did I get 2 back-to-back 8-mile-per-hour wind blowing in games? Last game it was blowing in 8 miles an hour. This game is blowing in 8 miles an hour. That's weird. It's a strange turn of events. Here's Pedro. Pools didn't hit for average is my favorite. What? Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that one was a couple days ago, right? The guy came in and said Albert Pujols didn't hit for average. Yeah, he was like that too. I was like, the fuck are you talking about, man? I mean, maybe he didn't hit for like Ted Williams type average, but who the fuck has? Literally no one since, right? George Brett got pretty close, but yeah, sometimes doing this job, man, you hear some pretty wild out there baseball opinions. It always cracks me up. Sometimes you can't do anything but laugh at them, because, oh my God, how the hell did you catch that? Fucking wind. Pedro's getting hosed at first. There's no way he's, oh, dive, might make it back. All right, nice, bad throw. Yeah, dude, that one was crazy. The guy the other day came in and said that Albert Pujols didn't have a high average. What are you fucking talking about? I was like, listen, man, I can accept the fact if you want to admit that you've been day drinking. That's all right. I'm not going to knock you for it. Just be careful with what you make choices in your personal life. It's, But I don't know. Maybe he just had the good stuff, man, that morning or something. I don't know. That was that yesterday, or it was a couple days ago? When it was either yesterday or a couple days. I don't remember. They all blend together at a certain point. But that was crazy, man. It's like saying Bonds didn't hit for power. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like saying Ichiro was a power hitter. Not that Ichiro can't. Ichiro can hit for power when he wants to. But that's not the type of baseball Ichiro played. Ichiro's a little guy that could hit for power, man. I mean, he did some shots, but it's just not it's just weird. Yeah, some baseball opinions, man, are crazy. I'm like, tell me you know nothing about baseball without telling me you know nothing about baseball. And listen, I don't want to sit here and knock that guy that said, I guess. I mean, dude, I'm not trying to attack him for it. It's just, it made us all laugh. I think he cracked us up with it. I guess we are making fun of him. I can't sit here and say I don't want to sit here and make fun of the guy. We are making fun of him. That was a bad baseball opinion. It was just a bad baseball opinion. I call it like I see it, man. I'm just going to call him out. Hey, a little frame of reference for you guys, too. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. The tech test, the servers are closed on the tech test for 23, but you can still go in and custom practice. Like, you can go into practice, and you can hit. You can work on hitting, fielding, pitching. You can work on team practice as well. So, like, you're playing like it's a squad game out there, So just kind of keep that in mind if you guys are looking for some more swings and more to do in 23. You can still do that. It's just statistically incorrect. Yeah, it's just statistically incorrect. Yeah. Yeah, it's I wonder about folks sometimes, man. I worry about people. Humans, though, what are you gonna do? What was it? Somebody posted online. I saw it on Twitter the other day, man. They said if you had to pick like one like action star or something, I think it was action hero, action star, to defend the world against an alien attack, who would you pick? And I volunteer myself as tribute because humans had their chance. I'm siding with the aliens. I don't know. Dude, did you ever hear about when Ichi found out he was going to wear Randy Johnson's number? No, huh? No, huh? I haven't heard. I don't know about that. That's a big shot by Willie Mays at dead center into that wind. Holy crap! Still hit at 436 to dead center into an 8-mile-an-hour wind. That's not a small feat. Man, I hope for Game 3 we can at least get some wind blowing out. That'd be nice. Probably score some more runs. Johnny Bench. Come on, JB. Get your base hit right here. A little bit inside off the plate. 1 got in the inning. 1-0 count. Why did I swing at that? Weak pop-up. It's not going to drop, I don't think. Nah, he's making the play. All right, 2 gone. Who's up? Devers? Devers up. Yep. 1 for 1 with a double. Scored a run also. Man, I didn't sleep well last night at all. Just couldn't get to sleep, man. I kept waking up. I couldn't get like that good sleep, that REM sleep, Kept waking up every like couple hours or whatever. Oh, Pedro. Just pound it in the ground. He's killing ants with that swing. He wrote Randy a personal letter telling him what an honor it was to wear his number. And he would do everything he could to maintain the standard of Randy Johnson. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Very cool. I didn't know that, though. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. Yep, good pitch. Got him swinging. Nice, man. Yeah, I mean, that ball's nowhere near where I'm aiming it right there. That's what I know. Pedro's aim is just weird. His accuracy, damn it, another hit. Crap. First hit of this one, but no perfect game. He's going to bunt. That's fine. I'm throwing it to second because that guy's slow as hell. Nah, screw it. You can go ahead and bunt. Oh, that's a double play all day. That's an out. Nice. on those when you're trying to sack bunt somebody over to second, which you're not going to really have to because of the DH in 23, unless you want to. You need to get a run in. You're trying to play strategy or whatever. But you want to steal. You want to pick a pitch you can probably steal on because they got to get a good jumper. They're going to at least get the lead runner at second. Japanese in honor. Yes, they very, yeah. Important part of their society. U.S. should adopt some of that. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with it. Listen, I agree with you. I agree with you. But man, dude, I'm done trying to convince this country of stuff to do. You'd think one of the easiest things in the world to do, to teach people to do, or to ask people to do, would just be kind to each other, man. To be kind to each other. Like, it's so much easier to be kind than it is to be negative to each other, man. Just be more positive. You know, people can't even do that, so I gave up on that dream a long time ago, man. We used to run out the positive gaming logo here on the channel, man. It's a safe space for everybody. I don't really put up with trolls or bullshit in here, and just kind of get rid of them if they try to start shit. You know, I want to make it and I still do. I want to make it a safe space for females to come and watch, for kids to come and watch, for men of all ages, kids, you know, anybody, man, to be able to come and watch. I don't care your sexual origin, your race, I don't care about any of that stuff, man. I don't give a shit. Like, we're all here to have fun enjoying baseball, right? That's all I want to do. And yeah, there were people like, I got shit talked about me for having that on here for a while. So we took it down after a while, but so much easier, man. Cardi B, what's the point of getting a P5? It raises the attributes. Every parallel raises the attributes 1 point across the board on your card. So when you're up to a P5, you get it 5 attribute points all the way for every single attribute across the board gets raised. Also, the only point of doing anything in a video game is because it's fun, right? Don't do it if it's not fun. It's a video game. So if you're not having fun doing it, there's no point. How close am I to P5? I've got a couple cards here. They probably get done either in this game or the next game. Both of them should. I might get one in this one. I think Pedro will get done probably in this game, and then Austin Riley maybe in the next one. Just depends on how good I hit with him in the rest of the game. But that'll be P5 number 75 and 76 on the year, Mighty C. Yep. For me, man, I just love the grind. I love grinding cards and love grinding out, man, for P5s. So, you know, being that I couldn't play online this year, I needed something to grind and something to do. That became the thing for me. I just wanted to grind out as many P5s as I possibly could. So, that was for me. What's your best, what? Card? What's my best card? Best card all year I used was the George Brett card. Yep. George Brett 99 from the collection, from the Legend of Flashback collection. That's my best card all year. He happens to be my favorite player of all time too, so that worked out good. But yeah, that was my best card I used all year long in 22. Absolute stud for me. But keep in mind though, it doesn't matter what my best card was, unless you guys just want to know. That's fine. But it doesn't matter necessarily what my best card was. It doesn't mean the card's going to be good for you. The card may suck for you. I typically say there's 4 million people that play this game. Every card in this game is good for 2 million people and bad for another 2 million, right? It's good for half the community and bad for the other half. They all feel different. The swings feel different. The stances feel different. Just everything about the swing feels different. Man, everything in general. Sometimes they feel quick swings. Sometimes they feel like slow swings. Sometimes they have like noodle swings with no exit velo. Man, it's like they're swinging a wet noodle. Just kind of, it changes. It's different from person to person that plays. So I think it's different on your internet connection. It's different on all those factors come into it. You know, the way you play, you know, that's all going to be a factor in it too. So you're from Kansas City? All right. That's random. I got you though. I have been to Kansas City. Well, I've been to Kansas. I went to the Kansas Speedway for a couple of NASCAR races several years ago. I've been out there for that. I've driven through Kansas on my way to Minnesota before too. My wife's from Minnesota, so we go up there. He was your best card too. Best second baseman I've ever have used. That's hilarious. I know a lot of people put George at second base, and he actually played pretty well. You're not the only one. I always found that funny, man. Everybody kept saying they were using him at second. I was like, really? Really? I can't do it. I can't pull myself to put him out of position. I don't like seeing the out of position thing on the card. Like, it bugs me. My OCD just can't take it. My OCD, like, I just can't. It bugs me. I don't even like seeing secondary position on a card a lot of times. If I can get all primaries in their positions, that's ideally what I like to do. But that's really difficult to pull off sometimes too, you know. Holy mother of God, that was crushed. Go for 2. Damn it. When you P5 a card, does it change colors or get shimmering like a real parallel card? So I don't know what you mean by a real parallel card, but yeah. So like as you go through it, yeah, like this one up here is a P4. Let me move the camera for a second. Like this is a P4. It's red on a P4, and it goes like that. It kind of starts to animate a little bit and has like a smoldering look to it. And then the P5 goes to like a prism kind of look to it. Actually, hold on. I go substitutions. These guys are all... I was trying to look at some of them. Like, there's P3 is purple, but there's no animation on it. Just a little bit, you know. Stam Usual is P2, so it's orange. Lou Brock is... I think P1 is green. P3 is purple. P2... Yeah, that's about all. And then P5... I don't have any P5s on this squad at the moment. Actually, I do. Hold on a second. In my bullpen, I do. That's the P5 right there, man, is the parallel look for it. So, yeah, that's it right there. All right, let me swap that back real quick. There we go, guys. My bad. Let's see. I have the exact same lineup, exact same setup as you, and the exact same internet. And the George Brett still isn't good for you. Well, yeah, that doesn't mean anything that you have the same setup or same internet, man. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, listen. The internet's gonna be different no matter where you're at. People where you live, you know, all of it's different, man. So. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. Not necessarily. Having the same stuff doesn't matter. I mean, you can run out the same exact squad I run out. It wouldn't matter, you know. Some are going to play good for you, some aren't. It's different for every single person that plays this game. It honestly felt like he had silver gold defense at second. He really made errors and would get pretty good reads. Yeah, that's kind of what a real parallel looks like, except it's glossy. I got you. There we go. All right, back to the top of the order. Francisco Lindor is 0 for 3. Get on base, for God's sakes, man. I need to get on top of the ball a little more. See, I'm hitting it in the air too much, man, trying to lift it. And that 8-mile-an-hour wind's just holding everything up. What's up, KDB? How you doing, man? Been a while. Hope all is well, my friend. Oh, all is great, man. All is great. I just wish 23 would hurry up and come out. I wish 23 would hurry up and come out, man. We got the tease with the tech test here over the last week, and I'm dying for it, man. It was nice to get to play online again. Get back to playing online. I've seen a lot of people start somebody told me a while back that we should make sure to say BTK on it for Big Tom K. But there was like that B2K killer back in the day, so I didn't want to do it. But now I've noticed a lot of people putting BTK in and calling me BTK, which I don't mind. It's completely fine. I'm like, man, maybe we should do something with that now. I don't know. I thought about making a shirt. You guys let me know. Give me feedback on this, all right? I'm thinking of new merch ideas and new apparel ideas and stuff, man. Shirts, hats, all that good stuff. It just says, you guys, I'm a wrestling fan also, so you guys know, I don't know if you go JBL. JBL is John Bradshaw Layfield. He's a wrestler, retired now, but he's in the Hall of Fame. His whole motto used to be, I am a wrestling god. I thought about just putting on a shirt. No, not my logo or anything, man, but just put on the shirt, I am a baseball god. You guys buy the shirt. You guys can wear the shirt. It looks like you're the baseball god. It's not saying I'm a baseball god. That's not what I'm saying. I just thought it'd be funny to kind of put it on a shirt, say I'm a baseball god. That'd be kind of cool. Yep, everything is good. All right, let's see. You'll have purple parallels, red, etc. I got you. Yes, sir. Yep. No, that's your name, bro. I'd buy it. Oh, nice. I got you, man. I appreciate it, man. We've got the no bullshit, just baseball shirts and hats down below, man. You guys can find them. There's a link to the store in the description. I don't know if they're up here on the live stream, but in videos and stuff, that's all up on there too. So we've got some of those up there too. Can you give a room tour, please? No, bro. This is my house. So that's kind of personal. No, I'm not. No. It's this is my house, man. It's my home. My home is private, right? That's private life stuff. So no, you guys get to see this. That's it. If I take a picture and send out something else, then you get to see it. But other than that, no, that's not what we're doing. I don't do stuff like that, man. I like to keep stuff pretty personal like that. So no reason for anybody else to see the rest of your house, right? Not really. Former Acolyte, yeah, the APA, man. Damn. Farouk, man. Rod Simmons. Nice. 10 Ks here in the 6th. Who are the close to P5 cards? We got Pedro Martinez should be done. I think in this game. If he's not, he's going to be dangerously close. I think it's this game he'll be done. And Austin Riley. The 99 Lightning Austin Riley. That one will be... I don't know if it's going to be this game. It might be the next game. But we're getting both of them done today. Be number 75 and 76 on the year. There we go. Leadoff hit. Thank goodness. How many hours have you played this game in your life? This game? I can check after the game, man. I have no idea. Too many. I mean, it's my full-time job, Cardi. This is my full-time job, right? Like, I do this for a living, so making content for the game is my living. So that's this is how I pay the bills.
Runner, runner, runner.
That's how I put food on the table and pay the bills, man. My wife and I like to call my new car that we got last year, back in August, September. We like to call that my YouTube car, right? It was the first big purchase I was able to buy with YouTube money, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I can check after the game, man. It shows everybody in your universal profile how many hours you've spent in each game, but this one probably less than I have in other years. Too many though. I can tell you too many. Yeah, I have no idea over the years how many I've played since 16, but I bet you I've probably played a good almost year's worth. So
That's a ball.
1-1 count here to Johnny Bench.
Ball that's outside.
Sony releases you stats for every game you play for the year, like what game you spent the most, or what game mode you spent the most playing of that game. Yeah, they sent it to me. I don't remember where it's at, but I've played since they sent it out, so I can look in the universal profile and it'll tell me. It breaks it down like that too, I think, also in here in the actual game too. Xbox does it too. I think you could go look. There's a way to go look. I don't remember how to do it other than in the game, but we'll go look after this one. Never too many? There's too many. There's too many. I mean, if it's your job and it's an 8-hour-a-day job, 8 to 10 hours, man. You gotta spend grinding and playing and recording and editing and all that good stuff. Then it's not too many. It's worth it. It's worth it as long as you're getting the payoff, I guess, for it, and as long as it's still fun for you. But yeah, as long as you can live a happy life and keep playing, man, that's all that matters. All right, listen, there's people that play way more hours than I do, that's for sure. So that's ain't nothing wrong with it, man. As long as they're able to do it and enjoy it, that's all that matters. Pedro Martinez putting one down the line. Is it going to get down? Look at this. Pedro's going to get a 2-run double. I'm scoring him. We're scoring him. Yeah, bad throw too. Good. Scoring the second run right there. Nice. Yeah, we're not discussing how much money I get on videos and stuff, but yeah, we're not doing that, man. Cardi, I'm going to have to ask you to stop asking personal questions like that, in all honesty, man. You're making me kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, it's just not a thing people do. Like, you don't ask, it's not things that people talk about unless they're like, it's like your best friends and you know them really well or something. But I'm not throwing that out there on the internet on how much money I make per video and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, we'll try to refrain from the personal talk like that, man. Unless it's something I brought up or something. Then that's different, right? It's just not something adults typically talk about. It's kind of one of the no-no questions in life, man. You don't ever ask anybody how much money they make. You don't ever ask anybody about their political affiliation. You don't ask them. There's a lot of things, man. Just don't talk about things like that with folks. Come on, Riley. Riley needs to get a hit, man. He's only 1 for 4. Like, I'm doing nothing with him in this game. He's the one I need to get P5, so we gotta... I don't think it's gonna happen for him in this game. It's gonna probably be the next one. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll make it work. There we go. Got another base hit at least. Thank God. Life was a struggle with Riley.
The first baseman, number 19,
Josh Bell, that one's too high in the air, man. There's no way it's going out. If it wasn't for the wind, that's a home run. I've hit so many balls in this game that if it wasn't for the wind, we'd have a home run, but shit's killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
right fielder, Cannon Griffin.
Sending the runner in motion. Oh, man. Talk about an almost hit it where they ain't. Jeez. That was close. That was close. You guys, do me a favor, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, the thumbs up here on the stream today. I do appreciate it, man. It means a lot. It helps more than you might possibly know. It helps new people find the channel and helps us grow out here on YouTube while we're streaming. So I appreciate it, you guys. Make sure to hit that like button for me. Just tap the screen. Tap the screen. It's right there in the bottom left corner. You guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, too, if you're new, if you haven't already. And make sure to say hello here in the chat also, man. I love hearing from new folks. And make sure you always got those notifications on, man. Those notifications on so you always know when we're live, when we got videos posting, when we got shorts posting, all that good stuff. I'll have a video posting later this evening after they do the feature premiere on Diamond Dynasty. That feature premiere on Diamond Dynasty is at 2 o'clock Pacific time, so about 4 o'clock my time. I've got some internet guys coming to look at my internet and hopefully make it a little bit better. Fix some signal strength in here between 5 and 6. So it may be after that when the video gets posted. I'm going to try to get it posted before that. I'll just have to record it and edit and get it posted quickly. So we're going to try to. I'll do my best to get it up to you guys as quick as I can. But just in case, if you don't see anything, it'll probably be up a little bit later after that then. That will be the reason why.
Ball, that pitch is out.
1 and 2 with 2 gone here to Crone. There we go. Into the 7th inning. Come on, Willie. There we go. Gotta get down for a hit. Just got to stay on top of the ball more than getting under it, man. I keep trying to lift everything, and I keep getting under the ball. You good girl, Nugget? It's a good girl. Let's send the runner, man. These guys that are fast, I might as well try. I'm pretty much swinging at every pitch anyway, so that one's going to go, I think. Yeah, that's gone. Nice. Everybody's running. 2-run homer there for Jorge Posada. Looking good, man. Looking good. There we go. Johnny Bench crushing one into the gap. Nice, another double right there. Still nobody out here in the 8th. Here goes Devers. I don't know who decided, hey, let's not let them place their or set their anchors while they're doing practice swings. Just let me set my anchor. I've tried to all year long, I think. I'll like do a practice swing and I'm like, my anchor won't set until he's done. And then it sets. I'm like, come on. 2 for 4 here on the day for Pedro. Double, a single, and 3 ribbies, man. 3 ribbies. Come on, CC, Pedro. That's gonna get caught. Shit. A lot of the MLB The Show content creators support each other. What other creators are you supported by or affiliated with? None. Most of them hate my guts, brother. Most of them hate my guts, man. I don't know, for whatever reason, man. They just don't like me. They don't like my opinions. They don't like a lot of stuff about the game, I guess. I don't really have issues with any of them, man. I don't really care. I'm just too old to give a shit anymore. But I'm not affiliated with anybody else or supported by any of them in any way, shape, or form. Most of the big guys don't want to talk to you unless they're already friends with you. A lot of those big guys don't, man. They just you know, it's a dog eat dog world, right? It's every man for themselves. There's think how many thousands of people are making content for this game or trying to and getting their names out there. So, you know, a lot of people just don't talk, man. Yeah, I don't have anybody, man. I don't have anybody, but I'm okay with it that way. It doesn't bother me. I actually have enjoyed doing it myself, and everything we've done here on the channel, man, is just kind of a testament to how much fun we have. And I think a lot of the things that they don't like too, man, I'll tell you this, a lot of things they don't like is that I actually have fun and enjoy the game. I have fun and enjoy the game and don't really care about gameplay issues and stuff like that, man. I can just play baseball because it's baseball and enjoy it. I also try to defend the game a lot because people don't seem to understand how baseball really works. A lot of people think every perfect should be a home run, and we're playing a simulation style video game, man. That's not how it's going to work. They're trying to make it realistic. You know, and people have just bashed me for shit like that over the years. So it's all good though, brother. I don't, it used to be because I played with directional hitting. They just all hated that. I don't know. I don't know, man. None of their arguments really make much sense to me, but my whole life, man, I've kind of been the outcast in whatever group or crowd I've ever been in. So it's nothing I'm not used to. Doesn't bother me, man. I've just kind of, it was like that for me growing up in school. It was like that for me in the military. It's like that for me any places I ever worked too, man. I think it's my autism too. I think maybe some people just don't understand what I'm saying or my thoughts on it a lot of times, but that's all right. I think they most of the time don't make much sense either, so I don't know. There's content creators I like, man. There's guys that I like, but I don't really watch anybody or anything. I watch like Tim the Tap Man. I don't watch baseball content creators. I spend so much time on it myself, so I don't really do much with it. In Tech Test, couldn't you set the PCI anywhere in Strike Zone, right? Yes, you could. Yeah, you could set it to free, and you had the ability to be able to do that. Josh, what's going on, man? Oh, man, fastest way to get downvoted on Reddit is to say anything positive about any sports video game. Yeah, fastest way to get downvoted on anything, I guess, right, is to say anything positive about anything. Especially like Twitter and Reddit. I don't even go on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit, man. I used to get told I was a topic of a lot of bashing on Reddit, and I was like, I don't really care. I'm not even going to look at. So I don't even know if it's true or not, man. But I just used to hear what other people would tell me. I don't care. Yeah, that shit don't mean shit to me, man. If I was younger, maybe it would matter to me a little bit more. I don't really. For lack of this sounding like a shitty thing to say, I don't really give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. Like about me. I'm happy being me. I'm content being me. I like being me. So if they don't like being me, then fucking leave. I don't care. You don't have to watch me or pay attention or anything like that. That's what I always tell people, man. Nobody's holding a gun to your head, you know? So, and I just don't, I also don't engage in a lot of times. Sometimes I'll tweet something and I don't even mean to, and apparently it gets everybody all hot and bothered. I'm like, fuck, dude. All right, whatever. Dude, I tweeted something I'll tell you this one. I tweeted this one a couple weeks ago. I said, anytime I see somebody that has the blue check mark on Twitter, that's not like, listen, I get people that are using it for their business purposes. And this is what I didn't specify in the tweet, okay? I just figured people were smart enough to know what I meant. I was wrong. Yeah, if I notice something like that about like the blue check mark on Twitter, if you're paying for your Twitter check mark and you're not like you're just Joe Smith with a couple hundred followers, dude, fuck off. Like I unfollow people like that because I'm like, well, it just spells douchebag. The blue check mark just spells douchebag. If you're doing it for your business, you're trying to like grow a channel or grow something. I don't even do it. But if you're doing it for your business, I understand that. I wasn't saying you're a douchebag for that. I get that. Dude, I got torn apart by Mills, I'm trying to think who the fuck else. Oh, that stupid pizza douchebag Mike Dro. That guy I can't stand. That guy's got to be the most negative person I've ever heard in this community. But dude, I don't think he exists for any other reason other than to pick a fight with logic. But yeah, dude, I just never understand it. I don't know, man. They all tore me apart. I was like, dude, I'm going to delete this tweet. I wasn't asking for this today. I was just throwing an opinion out at like 7 o'clock in the morning just because it was funny. I thought it was. Well, I figured the community was tight-knit. No, not at all. The ones that are tight-knit, they were already friends, man. They were already friends or they're, I don't know. I don't know. But no, man, I have the rare content creators even speak to me. So, Fat Dollars is one that I talk with. I've talked to a little bit here over the years. He's a good guy. Who's another one? Tote Nasty. Tote Nasty is one, man. He's a Madden creator and does MLB and stuff, a few other things too. But I mean, Tote's a good guy. He's got almost 1 million subscribers here on YouTube, man. He's always been nice to me. We talked a little bit last year. We had some things in common last year we were dealing with. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, yeah, a lot of them are already friends or buddies, and they kind of, if you're not in their clique, it's just like school, you know. I mean, I love the stream, so I'm glad you're out here every day. I appreciate it, man. Gameplay's fun, but the fact you interact with chat and talk with us is what separates you from the last year. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I think a lot of them also get mad because I'm not good at the game. And we still managed to grow an audience, and I'm not that good at the game. I'm just a game. You know, I just play the game. I enjoy it, man. It's a video game. I think people need to get back to having fun playing video games. Isn't that the reason we all started playing them in the first place when we were younger? Like, I don't understand why people take it so seriously. The idea of folks trying to be top players in a baseball game or any game for that matter is great. And if you have the chance and you're great, go for it. I'm not ever trying to shoot anybody's hopes and dreams down about going for it. Go for it. But you got to be realistic, right? There's 4 million people that play this game. There's about 200 of them that can be great. I know I'm not one of them. I'm not, and it doesn't bother me. I like playing. I like to win, but I still like playing. And so I don't let that kind of stuff like losing and not being great at it tear me down, man. And doesn't mean I can't help others. I'm old, man. I can't make my reflexes and my old arthritic thumbs do everything that these young kids playing today can. So I just do what I can with what I got, man. Hey, T, I'm on Twitter and I have 0 followers, so that's not you. It's not you. It's not you, man. No, man, it was great. Listen, I don't even remember who it was that I unfollowed, but it wasn't even anybody in the community that was the funny thing. I wasn't talking about anybody in the community when I tweeted that out about the blue checkmark thing, dude. I was just making a kind of a blanket statement, man. I don't really want to pay Elon Musk money. I don't know how the richest man in the world needs more money, and he doesn't need mine. I can tell you I could use some of his. You're the people's champ of the show. I appreciate it, man. Most of us aren't good at this game, or how are we? Yeah, and that's one of the things I realized years ago when I started making content. All of these guys think that they're in the majority. You guys aren't in the majority. You're making content about how you play for people that play like you. And that's the 1% club, man. That's the 1% club that's God tier at the game, right? The majority of the community is a casual player that gets to play this game maybe a few hours a week. They love baseball. They just want to play the game. They want to sit back and relax and have some fun. Of course, maybe if they're playing online, it's not always going to be fun. They want to win. That doesn't mean they have to make it a miserable experience. You know, I don't think a lot of times people take into account most people don't play like them. I think I kind of play for a lot of it like a lot of you guys do. And if not, that's okay too. I mean, everybody has their own style of play, their own way they play. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's a video game, and I'm just all here to have fun. And there's no other reason to do it for me. That's how I've always looked at it. So I just never understand it. It's kind of one of those things I attacked last year was like tier list. People that make the tier list. I don't understand tier list videos and tier list stuff on socials for MLB The Show. That card only plays that way for you. I mean, there's going to be other people that'll play that good for or that bad for, but I mean, if you want to give your opinions on the cards, just say that's what it is. But it's the problem I have is when people start telling you got to be using this card or you're doing it wrong or you're stupid. Why are you using that card on your team? Well, that fucking card's hitting 550 with 300 home runs on my team. So fuck off. That's the card I'm going to use. Like that's how I look at it. But I don't know, man. I think they forget they're not the majority of the community sometimes. And so maybe it's because I'm open about things like this and I'll say it. I don't really mind holding my opinion back on it. And if they don't like it, that's okay. Can't argue with it, though. Kate, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, yeah, man. Twitter was one. I used to try to grow my following on Twitter. Like, if you guys want to go follow on Twitter, the link's down in the description below. You can find me, Big Tom K22 YT. That's it. That's me. Like, Big Tom K22 YouTube on Twitter. I don't really try to grow that anymore, man. I don't care. I don't care. It's like, it's just so trolly and it's so toxic that Twitter, I'm only there because of the job, because I do this, and I kind of have to just kind of do that. But growing on Twitter is not like a big importance for me or nothing anymore. Growing on the channel is the only thing that matters for me on this one. So Oh, I got one for you. Here you go, Deep. A lot of them used to hate the fact that I would, so MLB The Show, when they tweet something throughout the day and throughout the, like when the game's fresh and it's just come out for a few months, you know, and even all year long, if I've made a video that day, I'll put the link to my video under their tweet in their replies. And the reason I do it is because it's marketing. I have a background in marketing. That's the smartest way to market your channel, is you're marketing it towards the audience that needs help, that wants to see it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be following on Twitter. But dude, you would not believe the bullshit things I get from other content creators out there. Oh, Chev tried to be like all nice and stuff and send me a DM the one time telling me that like I was starting to become known as the guy that just puts his tweets on. I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. They know who I am. That's kind of the goal of this, right? And he tried to act like he was like my best friend doing it, man. I've never talked to the guy before that. So I never understood that. You guys want to act like they're trying to help you. They're not trying to help you. They're trying to help you, man. They're just trying to keep you from changing the game or doing it a little different because your way seems to be working. You know, I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people tell me that they found me from those tweets. They still subscribe to the channel. They show up every day. So that's all that matters to me, man. I'm not doing it for the people that don't give a fuck. I'm doing it for the people that do. I'll take the good with the bad. That is P5, number 75 on the year right there, man, for MLB The Show 22. We got Pedro Martinez. And I don't have anything against that guy. Oh, Chev, man, he's a good content creator, but I just didn't understand, like, where are you coming from with this dude? I don't really, I didn't ask for your opinion. I didn't ask for help. I don't care. I didn't read the comments that used to come in those videos anyway. The only ones I would see are the people that would come to the channel and say, thank you for posting another, man. It's the way I found you. And every time I would post one, I'd get dozens of subscribers and a couple hundred extra views on every video. So why wouldn't you do it? It's making me money. Josh, grinds my gears is when people say I'm playing the game wrong. For using Pulse and not drawing pictures? Yeah. I don't want to draw pictures to pitch. Me neither, man. It's not fun for me. I play the game to have fun. Same here, man. Same exact thing for me. I don't want to draw pictures while I'm playing, man. I use Pulse because I'm deadly with Pulse. I'm better than a lot of people are with pinpoint pitching with it. So, you know, it's just me. All right, let's go use Chris Sale's actually close to P4. Maybe we'll get him in this game done. Austin Riley should get done in this one. Just like Mike Trout is one of the best cards in the game. But I can't use the swing, and I don't even try to use him. And I spent 1 million stubs. It sucks totally. Yep. So ranking cards is in tiers is useless in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's useless. I mean, it matters to that person, right? It matters to that person. And if they're getting views off of it, dude, that's why they're doing it. That's okay. I get it. You're getting views off of it. That's how you're getting paid. That's how you're making your living. I'm not knocking you for that. I'm just saying, be a little more open about what you're putting out there. Don't tell people that tier lists are do or die. You know, I just don't understand that mentality, I guess. I don't get why people have such a problem with people having a different opinion than they do. Like, it's okay to have a different opinion. You can still have a respectable different opinion. You don't have to be a complete D-bag about things, you know? A lot of times that's what happens, man. It's like, I wasn't asking for a fight. Like, I don't want to pick a fight with anybody. Just here to enjoy a Thursday, you know? Number 75, Dorn. We got it, man. The hype. Hopefully get 76 here in this game with Austin. We got to hit a little bit better with him. We got a 1 mile an hour wind blowing out, which is good. It's not an 8 mile an hour wind blowing in, so I'll take it. Well, fuck me running. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning. Brennan, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. All right, Chris Sale is really close to P4. That's why we're using him, because he's the closest one I had to P4. And I think we can get him at least there in this game or moved closer to P5. So maybe work on him next. I used him for a good little while, but then when I was using him at mini seasons, he just gave up home run after home run after home run in like key situations. And I was like, dude, this isn't going to work for me. This is just not going to work. I can't do this. But Brennan, I hope you're having a good one today, man. Who do I think the new legend is? I'm not sure, man. Based on what we were seeing, maybe it could be Carlos Beltran. I know Beltran has over 400 home runs, career home runs. All the T said was over 300, so doesn't mean it couldn't be a guy with 400. So that definitely could be. Dorn and I were talking this morning. Dale Murphy's a possibility too, I think. I actually thought he was going to be the legend announced yesterday. But, dude, I don't know, man. The way they're throwing the word legend around and just giving it to anybody who's ever apparently played baseball and no longer plays, hey, shoot, it could be Mario Mendoza. I don't know. You know? Dan, what's up, man? People nowadays are more happy seeing other people angry or mad or than being in just a bad mood and bringing everyone else. I guess so, man. That's not me. Like, if that's what you're in it to do it for, like, I just don't get that, brother. I just live in a different world, I guess. Mentally, I guess. I don't know, man. Or maybe I'm just mental. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I just find it funny that all these guys will talk all the shit. I saw somebody put Tech Share on there too, possibly in the in some of the comments on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know. Creator A's tier list. Hold on a second. Doesn't match Creator B's. Yeah. Now I don't know which cards to use. Dude, I don't know, man. They just... It's crazy. I did see Showzone has put a new, like, tier list thing on their app this year, which I love Showzone. I always tell you guys to use it. It's a great tool for the game, for their app. I don't know why they're encouraging tier lists, but that I don't like, but everything else is pretty cool, man. Yeah, I saw Texture as a possibility. Yeah, they're just kind of throwing that legend name around a little loose now. It's kind of weird, man. Good morning, Fitness. What's going on, man? Yeah, people that aren't happy unless they see other people miserable or they're making other people unhappy are people I try to just keep out of my life, in all honesty, man. It's just not... It's not for me. It's not for me. Life's too short and I'm too fucking old. I mean... I think at a certain point in your late 30s, you kind of start to hit the fuck it point of life. And in your 40s, you really kind of enter that phase. You know. I wish when they double XP, they do like double... Yeah, I said that for a couple of years now. I wish they would do a double parallel XP weekends and stuff, man. Just kind of like Call of Duty does with like double weapon XP. You know, that would be cool. Yeah, I think that would be nice. I mean, it's not giving anybody a benefit over anyone else. We all would be at an even keel getting to use the double XP, so... Nugget, I fear that you're just snoring profusely into the microphone. I swear to God she is, man. She's got to be. Hey, you're snoring. She's like, I know, I was asleep. Try to get this strikeout right here. Hey, guys, the only tier list you need is mine because I know how every card works with everyone, especially you personally. Right? That's what everybody tries. Yeah, that's what everybody tries to say. Yep. And then God forbid you disagree with it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just never understand it. Every card, it's like driving a car, right? I can go drive the same car that you have driven for years, but the car is going to handle different to me than it feels to you, right? Every card in this game handles differently. You know. Has Dante Bichette been in the game? Yeah, he's in the game now. He's in the game now, I believe. Pretty sure he's in it this year. Or in 22. Yeah, he's been in it for a couple of years. I'm pretty sure he's in 22. I know he was in 21. I don't think I used the card, but I'm pretty sure he's in 22. One of the guys I watch in 2K, whenever he makes a tier list, he has to be like, this is just my... That's perfect. This is just for fun. Don't take it too seriously. And that's perfect. I got no problem with anybody that says that. I got problem with the people that like encourage people to go in there and just talk shit and bash people for picking someone else or somebody that's not on the tier list or not agreeing with it. And it's like, you know, whatever, man. I like the new system where you can use only certain cards in ranked in 23. Well, you don't know anything about it yet, Brennan. You'll find out about it today. We don't know anything about it, man. We just know a brief little tease. That's all we know. We'll find out more about it today during the feature premiere for Diamond Dynasty today. But everything we're talking like we know now is just a guess. We just really don't know. We really just don't know, man. The comments still go nuts, though. Of course they do. And I think that's up to the content creator themselves to curb those comments, right, and stop that from happening. And I think a lot of times I have problems with guys that don't do that. You guys will hear me tell people, dude, we don't talk to people like that on here, man. If you want to talk to folks like that, go to Twitch. Twitch seems like the place where they just allow people to say whatever the hell they want to each other with no respect or regard for respect whatsoever. I try to respect people more than that. I don't think it's too much to ask other people to do the same either. Seniors don't use the cards you... Yeah, seriously though, yeah. Use the cards you personally want to and enjoy. Yeah, I knew you were kidding, Fitness. I knew you were kidding. I know, so not everybody might not have, but I knew you were kidding. Is he going to make it? Why did he do the spin? He made it because of the spin. That's great. I just hope it's what it sounds like, so I'm not getting shit on by a guy who throws money in Diamond Dynasty. I mean, this is the one game that you're not getting shit on by people that throw money into this game, because most of the top people aren't throwing money into the game. You know, big content creators might go and drop money to get the live series collection or done night one. Whatever. I don't care how big we get. We're not doing that because there's no reason to ever spend money on this game. If you're getting whooped by 99s, man, in Diamond Dynasty and like a squad full of guys, the chances are they grinded for those cards, man. This is the one game that's not like any other sports game, right? It's not pay to win at all. And it doesn't matter if you've got 99s or not, man. You can get whooped with your all squad of 99s by a guy who's got all silvers. You know, it's all about how they use them, man. That's how I always look at it. 2-0, 2-0. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those guys that are top guys, that's just the thing. It doesn't matter whether they use diamonds or they're using silvers or golds or whatever, or low-end diamonds. They'll definitely, they can still bash. They're still putting up 10, 15 runs a game. Madden is big pay to win. Yeah, Madden is big pay to win. I think every other sports game is pretty big pay to win, in all honesty. Especially anything made by EA and 2K, right? I mean, that's just kind of their company motto. If you didn't pay, you're not allowed to win. That just seems like their company motto. That and screw over the consumer at any cost. I will get mom credit card messages in July when I have all the best cards. Little do they know about MLB. Yeah, right? Yeah, dude, that's why I turn off all those messages, man. I don't care. The ones that always gets me are the guys that are like, touch grass. You're like, because I played too much? Like, you think I played, like, touch grass? Like, bro, I'd rather smoke grass than touch it. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I'm down for smoking and not, you know. There's far better things to do with it than touch it. I'm gonna smoke that shit. God, what I wouldn't kill right now. It's been a little while. Yeah, I didn't finish Live Series Collection until like August last year. Yeah, I didn't finish it till late either. I wasn't interested in any of the cards in the Live Series Collection, in all honesty. For me, I just kind of slow played it, man. I teach everybody how to make stubs throughout the year. I show you guys all how to make stubs an infinite amount. I show you how to get all the cards in the game. Do anything you want, man, and for free without ever spending a dime. And so there were guys that finished it really quick. I took my time with it. I was kind of letting everybody else go to it and have at it. I just don't mess with it, man. You can make stubs in this game in the marketplace better than you can in any other game, I think, in history. And it's so easy. I mean, I'm sitting on 5 million stubs right now. I have nothing to spend them on. I got every card I want. Nothing to spend them on, man. 5 million stubs. And I'll be doing it this year for you guys, too. You guys make sure, if you're interested in being able to get every card in this game, no money spent, and have an infinite amount of stubs the entire year for yourself to use, make sure that you consider becoming a member here on the channel. For my members here on the channel, man, I've got a playlist that you get access to when you become a member that gives you all of my stub making secrets. I teach you guys what to flip, how to work the market, what to look for in the market, prices to sell things at, so that way you can make great profits. At some points last year, we were making over 3,000% profit on every item sold. Dead serious. Dead serious. So it's pretty crazy, man. I teach you guys how to make as much as you could possibly dream of. Craig, you said you refuse to buy EA games? Yeah. Sports games, I refuse to buy theirs. I buy something else maybe, but yeah. Now you're trying for Mickey Mantle. Nice, man. So easy to make them stubs, man. It's a no-brainer. It is. I agree. Madden had game-breaking bugs for the first 3 months of the year that would revert people's franchises and fail to save games. Had a server crash in December that wiped half a frame. Fuck me. Are you kidding? I don't mean to laugh. That's not funny. I'd be so pissed if that happened to me. I'm only laughing because it's absurd. That's nuts. But they offered 50% off next year's Madden to make up for it. Great company. I don't know if that's worth it, man. You know why they offered 50% off of next year's game to make up for it, though? It's because game makers don't make money off the sales of the game. Period. They haven't made money off the sales of a game in 10, 15 years. Going back to when the PS4 first kind of launched. They make money off of microtransactions. They don't make money off of game sales. Producing the game, making the game, paying the people to make the game. They don't make money off of it. They lose money on that. Every single game does every year. But as far as where they make their money, it's all in microtransactions, man. I mean, which, you know, that's fine. I know there's people that don't have the time to either flip or make stubs in the market. There's people that don't have the time to do what we are doing, and they want to buy the stuff, you know. That's just how they do it. That's how they roll. In-app purchases. Yep, in-app purchases. That's how they make their money. Yep. And I think that all really changed. It didn't change so much with video games first. I mean, maybe a little bit. I think apps on phones is what really changed it, right? Microtransactions and apps, you know, you play like pop slots or anything like that, man. You can buy coins or anything to get more. My wife plays that. That's why I mentioned that one. But any game like that, you can buy more stuff and put money into them. I think that's where that kind of stemmed from and came from. And they realized how much money they were making, so they just kind of changed their business models around. But yeah, it's all nut. It's evident in how they instantly fix bugs. Yeah, a franchise bugs stay open for 3 months ignored. That's crazy, man. I mean, I've heard nothing but Mutt is an absolute train wreck this year with Madden. So I don't know, man. I don't play Madden. I don't play 2K. I don't like football or basketball. I'm a baseball and wrestling guy. That's it, man. And I don't really play the WWE game that much other than, I don't know, 6 hours a year. I just don't play it that much. So I'm not even getting 23. 2K23 one. 1 and 2 count. 1 and 2 count. We got 2 gone here in the third. Trying to get him to chase this slider. Chris Sale just struggles to get people out, I feel like. With strikeouts, more so. Something about that card. I don't know. All right, going to the fourth. Here's Willie. Nugget. Nugget, you're snoring so loud. She's just sitting there like with a big smile on her face, like... She opens her eyes up. She's like, what? What did I do? It's a good curl. Let me rub your tummy. I scratch your tummy for you. $120 is absurd for an edition of WWE 2K23. I don't know, man. If you're getting like a season pass with it and all that, you get all the DLC with it. I don't think so. I'm not one who thinks that $100 is too much for a video game and all that. I always buy, when I buy a game, I always get the deluxe version of anything. I always do. I always get the digital deluxe version of anything. So 120 bucks for me. I don't mind spending that on a game. If I'm going to have fun with it and get my money's worth out of it and enjoy it enough, spend the hours in it, then it doesn't bother me. I don't know what all you get with a $120 version of 2K23. I have no idea. So I can't speak to that one specifically, but for me, it doesn't bother me. Like Call of Duty usually has like the $120 or $100. I always get those, you know. Whatever the digital one is. I'm getting the $100 edition of MLB The Show, even though I'm on Xbox and it's free on Game Pass, right? Like, I still want to start the year with that extra stuff because I feel like if you don't, you're behind. So, you know, if you're going to play online, that's what you want to do. You want to start with that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. But I don't, I don't have a problem with them charging what they charge for video games, man. They're making the things we love and we love to have fun with. And as long as I'm having fun with it, it doesn't bother me. It don't bother me. I know in the WWE games, like, because you can make the community creations are so, like, there's so many of them in that game, that I don't really know why you get the digital deluxe version of that game, because you could just go make or download one that somebody else has made of that same character in different attires and all that stuff. So that one's always a little weird to me, but I don't know. But I do. I typically get that digital deluxe of everything. I think I didn't when I got the Gotham Knights game. I didn't get the digital deluxe because it was just some extra suits. And I know in those games when you play those looters, man, you get new suits so quick. I was like, dude, I'm not paying extra money for just suits I'm going to use for about an hour, you know? Even just the 3-day early start makes the deluxe edition work. Yeah, I think so. You're right. If you're going to play it seriously. Yeah. And if you're a content creator and you don't get it 3 days early, you're doing it wrong. If you're wanting to make content for this year's game, for MLB The Show 23, and you don't get the versions that give you 3-day early access or 4-day early access, whatever it is, you're doing it wrong, man. You got to get that jump start. You got to start making content day one. Otherwise, there's going to be people that pass you up and you're left in the dust. And so, you know, you gotta do that. I'm hyped to get back from Japan the night of early release, going straight to my PS5 when I go. Oh man, well, sleep on the plane, Josh. Sleep on the plane. Definitely sleep on the plane. 3 for 3. He's gonna get P5'd in this game. I feel it, man. We're getting him done. That's 2 more ribbies for him, and a double here. Yeah, I mean, just having early access to the game alone, to be able to make content for an extra 3-4 days before everybody else. I mean, listen, on day 1, when we did the stream last week, on day 1 of the tech test, we had 222 people in here at one time watching the stream. That's how much people love it when it's new, when it first comes out, right? We had over 3,000 views live on that stream. It was great. It was amazing. The next day, not as much, man. It tapers off a little bit, obviously. More people are playing it. More people are getting to do it themselves. But you're talking about on a day when half the people probably didn't get the digital deluxe. If you're not a content creator, maybe you didn't. Maybe you're waiting for it for free on Xbox with Game Pass. Man, you know, those are people that are going to be watching content for 3 or 4 days. So there's going to be a lot of people out there watching it. So it's, yeah, you got to, for sure, it's a 16-hour flight. I have a problem sleeping on airplanes. I've never flown overseas like that. So I don't know if I'd be able to, but I just have a problem sleeping. I guess I need more Xanax for a flight like that or something. 18 runs on the board here in the 4th, man. We're kicking ass in this one. Oh, nice. Shit, we're ripping everything. It's amazing what that wind going away does for your swings. Willie, you got like the worst round of the bases ever. It's crazy. 222 for tech test, imagine. I know, man. Yeah, listen, if it's, and that's the thing, Noah. I don't put too much stock into it, man. If on launch night it's less than that, it's okay. I don't really worry about it, man. I'm making the content that I enjoy to make, and I'm doing what I enjoy to do. So I got the best job in the world, man, and I can't ever complain about things like that. So if it's less than that, I don't care if we get 20, 30, 40 people in. Who cares? It's fine. I'm gonna enjoy it either way. But yeah, 222 is it's a little bit of a rush, right? You get a couple hundred people in watching you live, like it's cool, man. You get a rush doing it, and it's nutty. We had over 500 people in during the watch party I did for the home run derby this year. We had over 500 people in here watching it with us. We had I had over 25,000 views live on that thing. It was nuts, man. That was absolutely insane. That's the kind of thing you dream of like every day. It'd be great, but you know, you take it as it comes and as it goes, man. And you just got to work. You got to work harder to grow, right? It's YouTube, man. That's what you got to do. You just got to keep working hard to keep growing. So, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I got 22 runs through 4 innings. That's good. I'm making a nice dent in this scoreboard. I think it's hard for me to get strikeouts with Chris Sale because he's a lefty, and my strikeout pitch would typically be that slider or high fastballs up and in, and then sliders low and away. But they don't have a whole lot of lefty batters, so throwing that slider back at the back foot down here is difficult when you're playing against the CPU because not a lot of people will swing at it, you know, or like not a lot of people, not a lot of the CPU won't swing at it. People will swing at it like crazy, but AI doesn't seem to want to swing at it really. See, there's another ground ball. 2 outs though. I don't care. It's outs, man. Quick outs. It's fine with me. I think they've only got a couple of lefties, right? Ryan McMahon. Who else? I'm trying to think who else. By the way, the uniforms remind me of Tron. Oh, nice. Is that on purpose? I love it. No. Actually, so we did these uniforms because we have a partnership deal with Mint Mobile here on the channel. So yeah, you guys can sign up for Mint Mobile. There's a link down below. If you want to help support on the channel, you can switch your service or your wireless service over to Mint Mobile. Save yourself a buttload of money by switching over, man. You might as well. Who doesn't like money? I still have yet to hear anybody answer, me. I love money. I love saving money. So you guys can switch over with that. Yeah, that's what we have it, man. I was trying to make a mint color like Mint Mobile. I'm giving my first golf lesson day. Are you? Kind of nervous? Well, don't be nervous, man. I understand. I can say it till I'm blue in the face. You're still going to be nervous. That's okay. I think you're nervous because you care, right? You want to do a good lesson. So that's good. That's a good thing. You got your heart and your passion in it, man. So that's cool. Listen, just have patience. Patience, patience, patience. Be patient with the person, whoever you're giving your lesson to. And explain things the way you know them. I mean, that's the best way I can tell you, man. You're getting to do it. Somebody asks you for a lesson because they think you can help them, right? So explain things the way that you understand them and the way you know them. I think that'll probably help them the best and the most. That's what I would say, Noah.
Ball 1, no strike.
But good luck, man. I hope it goes well for you. Try not to be nervous, though, man. I think you got it. You'll be good. Holy shit, golf in Canada. What's the temperature? Like, are you going to be giving that lesson in, like, a parka and mittens?
No, he beat it.
I gotta know. I gotta know. Parka, mittens, and a Carhartt. Got 2 jackets. 2 jackets. Josh Bell's getting one in the gap there. That's going to get out there. Nice scoring Austin Riley after he got another hit. Good deal. 24 zip, man. It's indoors. Oh, okay. It's indoors. All right. All right. All right. That's better. I got you. That's crazy. Hey, I got a question for my Canadian folks in here. Indoor golf facility. I got you. Very cool. Very cool. I do have a question for you guys, though. I saw... I was watching wrestling the other night, and they were in Montreal, and then I think they were in Ontario also. Sami Zayn had on this shirt, and it was a shirt for him, but I know it was for the Montreal Canadiens, but it said Habs. What is Habs? I don't know what that is, and my wife and I were wondering, and I told her, I said, honey, I don't know. I could Google it, but I feel like I'd get a better explanation asking people on stream. I said, we got enough people from Canada in here, man. I think that's a good question to ask them. So I was just curious if you could tell me what that is for Habs. I didn't know what it was. Is it short for like habitat or habitants or habitants? It is. Okay. Huh. So why and where does it come from with them? Because if the name of the team is the Montreal Canadiens, right? I think I'm saying it right. The Canadiens, not Montreal Canadiens. It's the Canadiens, I believe. I think I'm getting it right. Then where does the habitants come from? I keep wanting to say habitat, like at the zoo, where you put them in like the nature habitat, or the African safari habitat or something. You know, that's what I keep fucking wanting to say. I'm just kind of curious where it comes from. What the I guess what the root of it is.
Nope.
1-1 count here to Crone. Crony will get you if you leave one over the plate too much. He was out in front of that, thank goodness.
The third baseman, number 24.
Nice. Pitch. It means like French settlers? Oh, okay. I gotcha. So the Canadiens part just kind of goes along with this. It's kind of the same, just like another term to use for it, I guess, or... I gotcha. I never knew. I'd never actually seen that. Not that I can recall. I'm not like a big hockey fan, man. I don't watch a lot of hockey or nothing, so shame on me, I guess, for not knowing. But I do live in Texas. I know we have the Stars, but still, you know. I've never played hockey in my life on ice. Actually, I've never been ice skating ever in my life. Ever. I've been roller skating, but I'm not very good at it. I'm like a giraffe on roller skates, man. I got 17 left feet, so I just kind of go in a big circle and fall. It's like a nickname. I got you. I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand what was going on the other night with the shirt. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so confused. And my wife was like, what is that? You're asking the wrong American, honey. You're asking the wrong American. That's what I told her. I said, but I know some folks I think might know. Nope, not gonna make that play. Damn. You guys had me talking about. I was gonna say something earlier, and I lost my train of thought. We were talking about other creators and stuff earlier, and in all honesty, you guys are asking like what other ones I've worked with or stuff like that, and I said nobody really. I honestly have most of them muted on Twitter and socials because I'm just tired of the same old shit. Like, I get tired of it. So I have most of them muted, man, because they're just not very respectful folks, a lot of them. There are some, and I don't want to knock everybody. I'm not. Because the ones that are, thank you for being respectful. But there's a lot that aren't. Shelfie's a good guy that we got here on YouTube, man. He's a YouTube streamer, YouTube content creator. Shelfie's a good one. I am a Texas Rangers fan. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yep. I for my whole life, I've lived just a few minutes away from the ballpark. We just moved here the last couple weeks, so now I'm about 30 minutes away from the ballpark. I think it's the furthest in Texas. I lived in San Antonio area for a little bit, I guess. I forget about that. My last couple years of high school, I was in California out in the military. That was off the third deck facade right there. Nice. But this is the furthest when I've lived in this area that I've ever lived from the ballpark. So yeah, I've grown up a big Rangers fan, man. This right here is from the Kenny Rogers perfect game I was actually there when he threw that years ago, man. And my dad took those pictures. We were sitting third row right behind the Rangers on deck circle. And he took those pictures and got Kenny Rogers to sign them. 3 of the pictures are signed right there, as well as the ticket from the game, too. The big photos are all signed. And, yeah, and then I got my Rangers pennant from the back-to-back pennants that we won. And then I'm a Rockies fan, too, man, because my wife and I want to move to Colorado eventually. But we got to go to Coors Field a couple of years ago, man, and we were there for opening weekend. Or opening weekend or whatever. It was the first night game. So the second game of the season. It was Trevor Bauer's first game. He started as a Dodger. So, but yeah. So we went to that one. That was really fun. We had a good time. Do you like what they've done this offseason? Hell yes. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love it, man. It's the first time they've gone out and gotten multiple pitching guys for us, man. We never get pitching. Like, and we need pitching every year. We never have a problem scoring runs. We just always have a problem keeping the other team from scoring them. I do think that they are still a couple of years away from making a big move, or like as far as making a big move in the division. I think some of our pitching prospects need to come up, and those guys are going to have to really play when they get up. So it's all dependent on that. But that's one of the main reasons I like having Jacob deGrom on the team, man. Getting to work with the young kids and hopefully make them a little bit better as a result too, mentally, physically, everything. I think they had the best offseason out of everybody this year. I know we didn't go out and get any big hitters, but you also got to remember last year we signed $500 million worth of hitters between Seager and Simeon. So I think they're good. I think Nate Lowe will have a good year this year. Hopefully Adalis has a good year. Hopefully Ode Tavares starts to come into his own this year, maybe. My Jays, I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Not sure yet, yeah. Listen, time will tell, man. And if everybody the Rangers sign gets injured, then then it wasn't great, right? It didn't help. But time will tell with baseball. That's how it always goes each season. You just never know what's going to happen until it gets going. I think that they will be close. I think they have a chance at the wild card maybe this year. I don't know if they're going to make it. I don't see them going far in the postseason if they do. But if they do, I'm down for it, man. And we'll be the Rangers are in the postseason. So help me God, we will stop everything and do watch parties for every one of those games. So I hope it happens, man, because you guys are going to see the most into a game, Tom, you've ever seen of your lives. Because I will be screaming at the TV with every ball and strike call. Like, it'll be, oh, dude, I'll be going nuts. I'll be going absolutely nuts. It'll be pandemonium in the big Tom house. I'm shocked the Mets let DeGrom go, but then they signed Verlander. He didn't want to be there, though. He did not want to be there. He did not like, he was tired of their ownership. He did not like the new owner. He wasn't down with the GM and management either. He didn't like anything going on there, man. He did not want to go there or stay there. Yeah, Texas wasn't the place he wanted to go. So if it's the Rangers, but man, that's going to be Wild West. Yeah, it will be. Sergio, what's going on, man? I have my P5 Honus Wagner. I did not P5 the Honus Wagner card. He's actually on this squad on the bench. I think he's at P3 for me. I think. Yeah, he's at P3. There's Honus. No, I didn't P5 him, man. That Honus Wagner always has a horrible swing for me every year. Every year he's ever been in the game, I have never been able to hit with Honus. I don't know for whatever reason. I just don't. I just don't like his swing, man. It just feels really slow for me, and it's never I never hit well with him. So, oh, he's barely out at the plate. Damn it. Would be wild. Jays versus Rangers round 3. Oh man, that would be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. Yeah, dude. If the Rangers are in it, man, we'll be going full bore. I mean, I might have to get the dude. I've got this whole like little container, like a little clear Tupperware container, but it's big. It's not little. It's like this big, about like that. Full of all my stuff and collected stuff from the World Series and from the ALCS too. Those 2 years, and dude, I've got all these rally towels and all. Dude, we'll get it all out. I will get it all out. I swear. Sorry, Sergio. That's just the way it goes, though, man. Not every card is good for everybody. Every card in this game is good for half the people that play it and bad for the other half, right? So there's about 2 million people that the cards suck for, and 2 million people that every card is good for too. So, you know, every card is different for everybody. Yeah, I wish he was better. I like Honus. I don't have anything against Honus Wagner. Just the card just always sucks for me. I do try it each year, but never have the success that I would always like to have with him. So it's always kind of defeating. A little bit. Just a little. You know. Maybe one of these years it worked for me. I don't know. Remember Tom, I'm the biggest Joey Bats fan? Oh, I wish I had it hotkeyed up so I could just pop up the clip of him getting rocked by Rougned Odor. That's all right, man. It's all right. We could be rivals during the series if you want, if they play. But other than that, it's all good, man. I don't let it extend outside of the baseball game. What is the general consensus on who the new legend will be? We've heard a lot of different names, man. A lot of different names. I've heard Carlos Beltran. Who else have we heard today? Carlos Beltran. We've heard Dale Murphy is a possibility, maybe. Somebody sent me Alcides Escobar? No, who was it? Erasmus Ramirez. That's who it was. Why did Alcides Escobar? Erasmus Ramirez? I was like, no, I don't think that's a legend. I don't know if that would be or not, but I have no idea, man. Mark Teixeira is another one people have said, possibly. That would be a cool one, man. Any switch hitters they want to add to the game, I'm happy with. I'll never be mad at added switch hitters. The more the merrier. I'll pull up a clip of that 3-run shot. I know you would. You know what's funny, man? That's why I'm always shocked when people are Joey Bats fans, though. And don't take this offensively, but I am. Because even his teammates on the Blue Jays fucking hated him. Like, every teammate he's ever had, I don't think he has a friend in baseball. Every teammate he ever had hated the guy. The guy is like, he's known as just a jerk in the locker room and just a pompous little prick. That's what I always heard from anybody in baseball, from anybody on any opposing teams, anybody on the same teams. No, that's a guy that like nobody wanted on their team. So I always wonder what it is about him that fans just loved and found polarizing, I guess. I mean, maybe it's that he hit that 3-run shot, right? Or he did do it for you guys in the postseason, but I'm always shocked to hear that because I never understand. Like, why do people like the guy? The guy was like that bad. Like, even his own teammates hated him. He was probably actually hurting your team being on the team because he was like a locker room cancer. I don't know. Just kind of a guy that was always in it for himself is what I always heard too. Not so much for the team, but all for himself. So when I ask, I'm asking genuinely. Like I genuinely don't understand. I'm curious to know, curious to find out. I didn't really like him before the punch incident and all that, the fight. Oh, come on, Riley. Ball, get up. Nice. Riley's getting P5 for sure, man. He's 7 for 7 in this game. What a bounce back game for Austin Riley. I was never in the dugout with him, but he gave me a signed ball when I was a kid, so my loyalty struck. Oh, I got you. All right. I understand that. That's cool. I can respect that. That's why I asked, right? That's why I asked. I get that. It's like I always heard about Pete Rose being a douche. And then when I was a kid, I met Pete Rose, and he was a douche. And I was like, well, I guess if I expected anything else, then I was ridiculous. But Do you ever think San Diego will bring in guys like Bond? No, no, they can't. They can't. It's not up to them. It's not up to them. They don't get the final say, right? They don't get the final say on who goes in. Everybody has to be approved by the MLB Players Association, the PA. And guys like that in a game that is rated E for everyone and is marketed towards kids, that's never going to happen, man. They remove people mid-year for far less, not far less, but for other things also. And yeah, it's just those guys put a black eye on the sport is how the Players Association and the game looks at it. So no, Bonds, it's not even possible. Bonds left the Players Association while he was a player still with the Giants. And so there's no way that he could be allowed in the game because you have to be a licensed player of some sort with them. You have to have some sort of license agreement unless he came up out of the blue and decided to re-allow them to use his likeness in licensing, then that could change. But that's never happened, and I don't see it happening because he doesn't have any interest in it. McGuire and Clemens. Clemens is the one that I guess maybe is possible. I feel like maybe more than others. I don't know. I don't think it's possible, though, really. I still don't. I would love to see those guys. And it's not that I wouldn't love to see them. I would love to see guys like that added to the game. I don't have any problem with the fact that they even use steroids. Shit, in all honesty, give the guys now steroids and let them play, right? Like, I don't care. Everybody loved baseball more when those guys were using steroids. Right? It brought the game back to life after the strike and everything, man. It was huge for the game. And at the time, if you were a baseball fan and you didn't know that the guy with arms the size of your thighs and veins busted out of his muscles was using freaking steroids, if you didn't know that Barry Bonds was doing something, and they didn't use it was HGH, you know. If you didn't know they were doing something, you were crazy. You were lying to yourself. We all watched it. We all loved it. The writers wrote about it. They made money off of them by selling their articles and selling their papers and all that stuff, man, and their magazines. Back then, because, you know, we didn't have it. It wasn't all on the internet. And they made money off of them, but now they won't give them their just dues, right? They won't give them their just desserts and put them in the Hall of Fame where they belong. It's kind of weird. Yeah, in the past, they had Bonds. They had Reggie Stocker, yeah, because they can't use his likeness, yeah. Hopefully I don't ever want them to do that again, though, either, because I don't like that. That's a fake player. And Reggie Stocker wasn't Barry Bonds to me. It was just Reggie Stocker. I always hated that. I always hated, like, when they did the Pepe Alazar thing and the Joe Random thing that one year. I think 16 was the last year I saw Reggie Stocker. It might have been 17, but I want to say 16. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I don't like make-believe players in here. So I don't mind the creative player being in here. It's the person playing with the video game. If they want to make themselves and put them in there, it's fine. You know, whatever. I know people make players and all that, but I know we have the ability to with creative players, so I don't really complain about that. And it's not going anywhere anyway. But yeah, I didn't like the pretend players. Somebody said something one time about, or a few people have said this about, they should use like players from movies and stuff, like put a Rick Vaughn in, or a Rube Baker, or you know, you can put guys like that in from past movies and stuff, from Major League and Bull Durham and shit like that. You know, I don't want that. I don't want that personally. I mean, as cool as it might sound, I don't know how you make attributes for players that are make-believe, you know? At least with the Reggie Stocker one, they could kind of realistically put attributes on it, but the other ones it's just, I think it's a slippery slope. And they would go down the wrong path with putting weird people in like that, so I don't know. But I do remember that, yeah. I just wasn't a fan of it. 8th inning, 35-0. We're kicking their ass. Going to get P5 number 76 here in just a few minutes. Got another inning to play. 8 outs left in the game. 0-1 count here, Brendan Rodgers. 0-2. See if he'll whiff at this changeup outside. Nice. 16th strikeout here for Chris Sale. Not too shabby. He's got more than I thought he did, actually. I just typically end up in the 20s or something, or right about there with these guys while I'm going through it, and I feel like he's just not getting as many. So, who knows? I could still make it to the 20s. I could still make it to 20. If we get number 17 on right here. Ah. He fouls it off. I'm trying to get him to swing at this slider. Oh my god. Yeah, he swung all right. Fuck. If he'd have leveled it out a little bit, it might not land until next week. All right, 9th inning. Chris Sale's up. Austin Riley is 7 for 7 in his P5 game this game, so we'll see if he can get an 8th hit and make it a full 8 for 8 perfect game for him. That would be absolutely crazy. Chris Sale just don't got the wheels, man. Maybe if he was on his bicycle, he could have made it, but he probably would have fallen off and gotten injured, so I don't know if that would have worked out too well. Holy crap. Tried to hit me. Come on, Lindor. Lindor's 5 for 7 with a couple doubles, 3 singles, some RBI. All right, man, you have a good one too, Noah. You have a good one too, man. El Pepe, what's going on, man? I struggle with Roman numerals until I get to 159, then I just... Oh, there you go, man. There you go. El Pepe, you caught right at the end of the stream today, man. Hope you're doing good today. Now, Pepe is always a lot coming in for the dad jokes, man. I love it. I love it. 1-1 count here to Riley. 7 for 7 with 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 3 singles. If God almighty, if I could just get a triple. Oh, dude, I've got to go for it, right? What do you call a made-up color? A pigment of your imagination. I love it. Not a figment, but a pigment. We got a double. I couldn't go for the triple. There's no way he was going to make it to third. But he got another RBI and another double right there, so nice. Josh Bell, 6 for 7 with a home run, 4 doubles, and a single. Oh, my God. There's a second home run for him. That's a big one. Why did the chicken go to the gym? To work on his pecs. That's good. That's good. I mean, Likey. Tom Likey. Tom Likey. That's a good one, man. Oh, that's going to be caught. All right, 2 gone here in the 9th. That's great. Why did the chicken go to the gym to work on his face? I got to tell my daughter that one when she gets home today. She just cringes at all my dad jokes. And I'm like, haha, that's why I do them. Is there any other reason than to make your kids cringe with dad jokes? Like, you know. That's not getting over his head, I don't think. Oh, it did? All right. And then he stopped running for a second. Cool. Nice. Nice. Posada's got 3 home runs, a double, and 2 singles. Can he hit that 4th home run in this game? Oh, that's not going to be it. Right to him. And he dives and catches it. Kind of right to him. Kind of right to him. All right, here we go. 3 outs to get, man, before P5 number 76. Rob, what's going on, man? How are you doing? It's almost time for the Diamond Dynasty live stream. What's going on, man? Yeah, you got a little bit of time. Yeah, not till 2 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah, not till 2 o'clock Pacific time today. So, still got about 4 hours to go. Still got about 4 hours away. Yeah, I'll be covering it for a highlight video here on the channel a little bit later on afterwards as well, too. So if you guys happen to miss their live stream on Diamond Dynasty, I'll cover all the new stuff that comes out in it right here on the channel, man. You guys make sure you got those notifications on so you don't miss out on it. While you're doing that, too, man, make sure you got the make sure you hit that thumbs up button here on the stream today, the like button. I do appreciate it. Also, if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Say hello here in the chat, too. I love hearing from new folks. We always like to hear from the new folks, man. Just 1 out here. Yeah, we got a little bit of time to wait for it still, but yeah, I'm anxious to find out all about this squads thing and how all this is going to work. I'm hoping it's not too confusing. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. Damn. I tried shipping a John Bovey out. I said a John Bovey. Did I just go complete dyslexia on that? Wow. A Bon Jovi album. John Bovey's the cover band. That's what that... A Bon Jovi album to my cousin for Christmas. It still hasn't been delivered. The tracking report keeps saying, ooh, it's halfway there. Yeah. Well... If you want to hope that it gets there, man, you can just be living on a prayer, right? I can't wait. I hope Diamond Dynasty is better this year. Lots of big changes to Diamond Dynasty, that's for sure, man, this year. So I'm anxious to find all about them. Listen, man, I love Diamond Dynasty this year. 22 was amazing. I have no problems or issues with the way it was done. I think it was the best year they ever did. But they're changing it up a little bit because it's been a little bit repetitive for the last several years. So they're going to change it up just a bit. For those of you that are getting excited thinking that Team Affinity is coming back, it's not. It's not. Just so you guys know, they did mention already that featured programs are already a thing again. They mentioned that in one of the other ones. There it is. We got Chris Sale to P4. There's P5, number 76 on the year right there in Austin Riley. We got 2 of them done today, 75 and 76, man. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, they mentioned it in another stream. They said something about it earlier. Team Affinity. They didn't say anything about Team Affinity specifically, but they're not changing the way the programs are done. It doesn't sound like this year. That doesn't sound like something they've done because they mentioned feature programs again. So I give your comeback joke a 12 out of 10. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. That was fun, man. We got a couple more added to the squad here. Some more P5s. 76, like I said. We'll keep working on the rest of them. Let's go see how close these other guys are. We'll keep working on them tomorrow and over the weekend. 7,400 points on Willie. We got 8,300 on King Griffey Sr. He's getting closer. 87 on Josh Bell. He's getting closer. Nice. We got a few that are getting pretty close. 76 on Posada. Lindor's a little further back. 50, yeah. And Devers is probably a little further back. Bench is probably getting close. 83.29. Nice. Nice, man. Dorn Bush with the hype. It's no 260 something, man, but it's, you know, it's all I could muster. But I got it, man. Dorn with his 260 plus P5s is an impressive feat. Is an impressive feat, man. You guys, I appreciate y'all joining today, man. Like I said, y'all do me a favor. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got those notifications. I'll have that video posted shortly after their live stream today. So it's going to take a little while to edit that together and piece it together. I'll get it out as quick as we can to you guys. I do have somebody coming to work on my internet between 5 and 6 o'clock my time, which is about an hour to 2 hours after their stream. So if my internet goes out, it's going to be hard to upload, obviously, because you can't. But I'll get it uploaded later this evening, if not, for sure. And I'll try to get it up to you guys before then. Usually I'm one of the first ones to get stuff uploaded like that. So we'll hope that we can again and get it to you guys because editing is actually really quick. I don't know why people say it takes forever. It doesn't take long at all. So no. But you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy it, man. The weekend's coming. It's steadily approaching. And that just means we're one weekend closer to getting to grind out some MLB The Show 23. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central. Thanks, everybody. Peace. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see, Rob, what you got, man? True, it was a good year. I just hate the feature program's not enough to grind for. Oh, Rob, now I got to disagree with you on that real quick before we get out of here. Feature programs gave us in 22 more content, more things to grind, more releases of content, and we didn't have to wait for things in between. When we had Team Affinity, most of us were finished it in 48 hours, right? We were finished it in 48 hours. We had nothing to do for like 2 months. So I got to disagree with you completely on that, man. I mean, if you're playing through the feature program and you're playing through a million XP fast, that's on you. That's not on the game. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it's on you. It's not on the game makers because you got to remember, you're in the less than 1% minority on that, right? You're not in the majority of people. Most people that play the game are just casuals that have a few hours a week to play. So for them, it's still a grind and they're playing through it. So we got to try to step back and not think like we're in the majority all the time. I'm not in the majority the way I play or anything like that. But yeah, man, I love feature programs. I hope Team Affinity never comes back personally. Like I said, we got more content, more things to grind, less time in between waiting for it. To me, it was a win all around. You just like the grinding aspect. Well, I like the grinding aspect too, man. But yeah, I mean, just grind P5s. You still get to grind. I never ran out of stuff to grind. Not until they were done releasing content. That was about when I'd run out of stuff to grind. So, but I get you. Hopefully we got good news for 23 though later today, man. But you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central. Thanks, everybody. Peace.